on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you, coming to you high atop the press box at the 45-yard line in Los Fresnos, Texas, Saturday afternoon. And joining me for this broadcast as the Lake Travis team is in here to take on the Los Fresnos Falcons. From Harlingen High School, Coach Manny Gomez. From Brownsville St. Joseph Academy, Tino Villarreal. Guys, thanks for joining me on the broadcast, and it's a perfect day for football if you ask me, guys.
It's a beautiful day for Valley football. Let me just say that for both communities, for all communities that are coming out. I've seen lots of people from Weslaco out here, so it's a little bit of everything out here.
Tino, your thoughts as you watch this thing? Well, first of all, I talked to Monty Stumbaugh earlier this week, and when I was talking to him about what I was doing, he's like, I love to. He goes, but I can't get over the fact that for the past 22 years, I've only missed 3 round 3 games, Joe. He goes, so those coaches are going to be driven crazy being in a football game and not being out there on the sideline. So, first of all, I know that. But other than that, take a look at this environment, and what do you see?
It's college environment for me. That's what I see. Sun's out, beautiful. The weather's excellent. There's a lot of people out here. Anytime you have a day game, it just reminds me a lot of the college environment. We get a chance to play in some of those during the day, and this is beautiful. Just watching all these people here supporting Los Fresnos.
Tino Villarreal, he's with Brownsville St. Joe, the Bloodhounds, and then, of course, Manny Gomez with me from Harlingen. Coach Gomez, round 3 football. Perhaps the Falcons fans haven't seen much as what's coming into town. Returning state champion. I know the Valley hasn't seen many returning state champions come in and play here, but even though on paper people say they're down, what do you expect when you look across the board and see Lake Travis? You've been around that program.
Well, you're going to see excellence from every phase, offensively, defensively, special teams. They're well coached, but at the same time, playing Coach Brown's team, I can say the same thing about the Los Fresnos Falcons. They're well coached as well. But it's the mantra, the mystique, whatever word you want to use that Lake Travis brings. They believe in their program, they believe in their coach, they believe in themselves, and that's one thing you're going to see. You're going to see from start to finish a group of kids that are going to play 100 miles an hour, because of course that's just the expectation of that program. But I know that's one thing that also Coach Brown has turned around here at Falcons too, that that there's a reason why they're here. They've developed a great chemistry, that they've developed a great continuity amongst their staff, and I expect for them to compete against these guys. It's just the whole thing about it has to do if it starts getting out of hand. Usually what happens, kids, they start giving up on themselves, and eventually it turns into like a full-blown wildfire. So it's going to be imperative that these kids stay together and be able to counter any action that Lake Travis provides. But going back to Tino said, hey, it's a great environment, man. I don't understand why you want to come out here and give it your all as a player, and more importantly, give it your all as your coach.
Coach Villarreal, when preparing to take on a team that has the athletes at Lake Travis, it's no secret. This is going to be the best talent Los Fresnos across the board has faced. So as a coach, when you're looking at it X and O's, and all right, this is the best kid you're ever going to see, what do you tell each individual player down the line as they get ready for a game like this?
The first thing that you do, we have a chance to play some of these schools up from Dallas that have D1 athletes, and it's matchups. So it's getting yourself situated with how can you best stop these individuals, who can you put in there to create a favorable matchup for you, and then just hoping that sometimes you're going to have to ask people to play a position they're not really used to playing, but they're your best athlete. And it's just trusting in their athleticism and trusting that they've bought into your process and your program, and they're able to play the best football they can tonight.
Coach Gomez, what have you traditionally told your kids when you take a look and you see, okay, I'm going to look at you in the face and tell you this is going to be the best kid you've ever faced? What do you tell a kid when you get him ready for a game like this?
Well, I take my mom's advice. In the past, some conversations with the mom when she cooks me a home-cooked meal, she'll tell me in Spanish, so, hey, what do you think? One of my first things when I was an early young coach was like, Mom, they're big, and she would tell me, but you don't have to carry them, son. So that's one of the things I've always told my kids. Hey guys, look, they're going to be bigger than us. It is what it is. But like my mom says, we don't have to carry them. You know, they may be stronger than us, they may be faster than us, but they're not going to be tougher than us, you know? So that's the whole thing about it. It is what it is. We're just going to have to tighten it up a little bit more. We're going to have to bite down on the mouthpiece a little bit more and let the chips fall where they fall. But that's what you do. You don't emphasize the size or the speed of this, because then eventually you start building a spirit of fear in their heart, and from there you're going to be coming into this stadium 21-0.
Lake Travis, Coach Tino is used to playing in big facilities with big crowds. Now, you look across the way, there is not a big following here. Is this something that Los Fresnos could take advantage of, that if we can get this thing rolling and get a crowd behind us, we just may be able to do some things we've never done before?
Home field advantage is huge. Huge. And to be able to flip and play it at home and have all these people out here in maroon, and then they don't have that many fans. There's some Los Fresnos fans sitting over there on that side as well. Absolutely. Anytime that if you can start playing them tough and they start making some mistakes, this crowd's going to play a huge factor. It's like the 12th man over in A&M. The crowds really do play a massive factor in that shifting of momentum.
Guys, when you go back and remember the days as a player, when you were getting ready for a game like this, is it different when you know this is going to be my biggest football game to date?
Well, I remember playing Commerce Judson my senior year. It was a 2:30 game in the afternoon. It was a Saturday, and it was just like this. Maybe not as windy, but you know, to me, it was just an opportunity to shine and get exposed to possibly some college coaches. That was, again, I had personal goals, but at the same time, never doubted that we were going to get our butts handed to by Judson. You know, we thought we were going to go in there and perform it and move on to the next one. But it's the whole thing about pressure. When pressure starts being built up, it means you start thinking of failure. And that's just one of the things that we were never raised like that at Harlingen. We were never raised to believe in failure, but it is what it is. But going back to your initial question, it was just a time to go out there and have fun, man. You know, you play the game because you love it. You don't play the game as a chore, like, okay, what do we have to do today, coach? It was like, what do we get to do today, coach? Well, now we get an opportunity to go get some players that you might see on Saturdays, and that was the whole thing. It was about the challenge, accepting the challenge, but eventually, after a while, being able to provide a challenge to them as well. But it was just a great time.
You can't hide the fact that the players, it's round 3, and the 3 Valley teams lost yesterday. You can't hide the fact that some of these players are thinking, this may be the last time that I step on the field. And when you bring that kind of attitude in, it can be favorable as well, because this is one of the chances, the last 48 guaranteed minutes to play with your brothers, for your coaches, for your fans. And so that level, and to be able to have it at home, Joe, I think that these boys are definitely going to be out here ready and to give it everything they have to represent not only Los Fresnos but the Rio Grande Valley at this point, because they're the last man standing for us.
Coach, I've talked about it the last couple of years when I talk about previewing round 3 games, and one of the things that I look at from an offensive perspective is kids have to realize that a 7-yard gain during the regular season in their district, within their games they played thus far, is a good play, borderline great play. 7 yards a pop, you'll take that all the way down the line. When you get here, that same play may get you 3. Do you have to tone your kids to the fact that don't think that's not a good play, that you gain 3 or 4 yards when you normally gain 7 or 8?
Basically, is just has always been with me, is just keep grinding. Keep grinding, keep grinding. It's like chopping down a tree. Eventually it's gonna come down. You gotta keep chopping, you gotta keep chopping. You start becoming too analytical about each and everything. Now you got kids thinking. And that's the last thing that we want. We want kids reacting and moving, reacting and moving, reacting and moving. So going back to your initial question, you know, it's one play at a time. Whether we get 3, next time we might get 7. Move the chains. So that's the whole thing about being productive, having positive plays. That's the whole thing about games like this. You got to limit the amount. The cliche thing is limit mistakes, but you got to also limit the negative plays. You cannot have a 2nd and 13. You know, him being more offensive minded, believe me, it makes him one-dimensional. And I know Coach Carter, he loves to bring heat. But of course, you know, it's all about, can you make it one-dimensional? What does that mean? Can you make it into 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15? Because not too many offensive coordinators want to be put in that situation. So it's imperative.
We played last week, Joe, and exactly what you just said happened to us, right? We're used to taking some chunks at people with our offense, and after one of our scores, the offense came out, and one of my receivers said, "Man, Coach, I felt like that was a 40-play drive." You know, we were out there forever, and it seemed like we were barely moving the football. And to go back to what Coach Gomez just said, and it is about the grind. It's gonna happen. You got to just keep moving the ball positively, get you in great situations. Just like Coach Gomez said, you don't want to be in 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. That really shrinks your playbook down.
Now let's flip this, Albert, to another angle, and that is from the Lake Travis perspective. Both of you coaches have been involved in football games in which you don't have to look at your kids and say they're better than you. You know you're a better football team than what you're going up against. But what does Lake Travis have to do to ensure that their kids come out here, or is that already entrenched within the program?
I saw it firsthand. I was there for a day and a half last year, and it's just a well-oiled machine. And it's like they have multiple calibrated push buttons throughout the program. When to become a gentleman, when to become that monster on the field, when to become a good son, all of that is emphasized throughout the day. And right now, obviously, it's going to be go time. So they're all going to push that button, and they're all going to come out here and give it their all. It's one of the things about having the program. It's instilled. All you got to do eventually is just kind of just step in as a player, and as a coach, is just calibrate it here, calibrate it there, and just turn them loose. And that's the whole thing about having a program. You have coaches out there that are new that are, again, it goes, what is it going to take to build the program? It's going to require so much. And that's the whole thing still with us at HHS. We're rebuilding here and there. But tonight, today, this afternoon, Lake Travis, I'm telling you, they're going to hit the go button, and you're going to see some explosiveness from not just 5, but you're going to see some great excitement from their coaching staff. I befriended a couple of those guys over there, and high energy guys, and that's the whole thing. It starts at the top, It starts at the top as a coach, and eventually it's like a big old ripple effect that goes throughout the whole program. And Hank Carter, he's a quiet guy out in the street, but on the field he's an assassin, But that's what it's all about, It's a time and place for everything.
He's going to be amped up. And Coach, same thing. There comes a time when suddenly you look at your program and say, I don't have to go fire and brimstone speeches, and I can go X's and O's. And that may be what that coach is talking about right now. X's, O's, execute. I already know you're going to go out there and put it forth effort.
Execution is the key. The only thing that you worry about when you're not the underdog is penalties, turnovers. Can't have those. Can't let that team get in the game because of the yellow flag out on the field, or just some turnover because you came into the game and you were a little bit overconfident in that. But like Coach Gomez said, these guys have been here before. They've got a program. They know exactly what it's going to take to play this game today.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be closer to kickoff. Falcons making their way on the field. It's the Los Fresnos Falcons taking on the Cavaliers from Lake Travis. This is Real Sports Live.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are full of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
The sales staff at Moss can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're way in over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports
Se reveló el
Southwest.
secreto. La taquería El Zarape fue nombrada la número 1 en el área. Descubra por qué El Zarape siempre es la solución fresca y sabrosa para todos los apetitos al mejor precio. Desde ricos tacos calientes y platos de desayuno tradicionales a abundantes opciones de almuerzo y cena. Favoritos como el Corn Taco Combo, fajitas, tortas, tostadas, papas al horno y más. O el popular paquete familiar, perfecto para familias grandes y reuniones. Corra la voz sobre las ofertas de comida demasiado buenas para perderse. En la taquería El Zarape en todo el valle.
Since 1974, El Pato has been serving Mexican food that's hot, fresh, and made to order. Patos are handmade tortillas filled any way you want. Start your day with patos filled with eggs, bacon, chorizo, you name it. For lunch or dinner, savor our famous guisado, beef or chicken, on a pato or on a plate. And El Pato also cooks up tasty Mexican plates from fajitas to meaty, cheesy enchiladas, all from scratch. So dine in or carry out at any El Pato valley-wide.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palmview location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're waiting over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Back here, Los Fresnos Falcons did make their way onto the football field, and they're already lined up across the 45-yard line. Lake Travis now walking out, making their way out onto the football field. A home game for the Los Fresnos Falcons for round 3 of the playoffs, playing of the school songs and the national anthem, or at least the national anthem. I'm not sure we'll go with school songs. We may or may not have that. Again, my guests today are head coach from the Arlington Cardinals, Manny Gomez, head coach from Brownsville St. Joe Academy, the Bloodhounds, Tino Villarreal, and I said it last night during my pregame show, and I can say it again comfortably with these standing next to me. My job is the easiest in the world today. I could literally say, Coach, what happened on that play, and shut up, and then just let the video show the next play. Hey, Coach, what happened on that play? And we would be good. Guys, I can't say it enough, but I'll tell you right now, I appreciate you guys joining me here for this broadcast.
Well, Joe, thank you. What you're doing for Valley Sports is phenomenal. I mean, I don't know how many viewers you had last night, but I was watching, and I saw when I was watching the feed there from both the web page and Facebook, it looked like hundreds, if not thousands, of people were watching that game yesterday.
My pleasure. Let's go ahead and let the cameras do the rolling. We'll turn our mics off and just kind of let the PA announcer take over for right now. National anthem having been played. Thanks again for joining us here on Rio Sports Live. I'm Joe Bowling with you, coming to you about as high as you can get in this facility. We're on top of the press box. And Tino Villarreal, walking in a boot, made his way up the ladder. My wife made it up here with the
true
dislocated
commitment right there, baby.
You're the only uninjured player on this team right now, Coach Gomez.
Just a broken heart, man. All it is, really, from the season.
Well, let's talk about when these teams come out of the tunnel. For some of these kids, it will be the last time they ever run through a tunnel. And at the high school level, some of it will be the last time they ever put pads on. Do you talk to them during the week about that, Coach, or do you usually reserve that to when it's all said and done and you're with your players for a final time?
I'd basically refer to that George Strait song, "Moments That Take Your Breath Away," because there's certain things in life that you're only going to accomplish one time, and high school sports is one of them. So why not make the best of it? So, you know, it is what it is, but, you know, you got to give them a vision that when you start something, you have to finish it. But at the same time, you know, all great things come to an end, and this is a perfect example of either Lake Travis's fate or Los Fresnos' fate today.
Returning state champions make their way onto the football field, and off the air, you guys scripted this to a T as to what this football team would do, coming out here and taking a knee, and then they'll make their way to the sideline. It's some who look at that, who aren't in the know, are going to say, wow, they're pretty arrogant. Others are going to say, that's an impressive group of kids ready to play a football game.
Well, like I was telling you off the air, the traditions are so different here in the Valley than in San Antonio, Austin area. And then even that tradition changes up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But that's very – some people may think, why were they not out here standing for the flag, for the anthem? Why were they inside their tunnel? But in San Antonio, typically you run out first, you go to the end zone, you take a knee, and then you come back out, you do the coin toss, then the anthem happens, and you kick off and ready to play.
Manny Gomez, you got a chance to talk to some of the coaches down there pre-game. What were they saying about today, or were they just reminiscing about just good to see you again?
No, we were just talking about a couple of guys that were out here. They haven't been to South Padre Island, and they stayed at the Pearl last night. So they were just talking, man, you guys got a great getaway. I said, no, it is. It's like an untapped source down here. But no, we didn't talk about a whole bunch of X's and O's. I did wish them luck, you know, but you know, just kind of just reminiscing a little bit of the friendship that we developed in the last year.
Coach, when your players are coming up through your program, do you encourage them to be at games like this to understand this atmosphere? I throw that at both of you.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure most of my team's probably here. And I know that they were telling me yesterday that they were going to be out here. I mean, anytime you get a chance to be in this environment, you have to be in it. This is what you play the game for, to be in moments like these.
Coach?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you want – it's exposure. It's living the dream, living up to the hype. And you know what? I was asking them, hey, is there still football? My kids the other day, I was like, is there still football going on? Oh, yeah, Coach, it was Thursday, actually. They were like, yeah, there's Thursday night football, Coach. I was like, no, there's Thursday night football. It was, I think, San Benito playing somebody. You know, to the point of, hey, man, there's still Valley football going on. Why can't that be us? It should be us, but it's all good. But should be an interesting afternoon today.
Captains meeting out in the midfield area. Thanks again to the Los Fresnos School Districts for assisting us with the video, assisting greatly with the video. Coach Villarreal, you're more familiar with my little program here that I started and understand that first game I broadcast with you with my little single webcam. And we've come a long way as testament by last night. But we're as I said this morning when I posted something on Facebook, I said, you know, the things that I'm looking at now as far as improving are it's technical and it's personnel. And so even on a football team, it is a process. You start looking at, okay, I've got a program built, and now it's just getting personnel in the right place at the right time, and magic happens. So we appreciate the school district. Lake Travis is going to get the football first. So now I'm going to throw it at you. Coach Villarreal, first of all, you know you have a high-powered, high-octane offense that can sling it, that can move it. What do you tell your kids coming out here? Do you want to put points on the board quickly and set a tone, or do you want to get one of those long sustained drives that grinds this thing into a defensive, or the defense on the other side is wore out after one play?
Well, you're asking the wrong. For me, you know, I can't say that that's exactly what the coaches from Lake Travis are going to do, but I'd like to see points. It doesn't matter to me if it takes 10 seconds to get them or 7 minutes to get them. Just put the points on it and keep the pedal to the metal. Keep scoring points.
I don't have to ask you. You would take the defense on the field
Hey,
first.
I was hoping, Tino, that you would say points, buddy. You know, you gotta. Anytime your offense is on the field, you have to produce. You have to produce first downs. You have to produce points. We always want to start our first series with a kick. You know, as we say, it's a field goal or extra point. So we'll see. But sometimes you have to take some risks. Never know, man. Los Fresnos might start up with some onside kick of some sort. You never know.
That's happened.
In a game like this, no risk, no reward.
Round 3, it happens. Coaches hate second-guessing themselves for the rest of the offseason if they didn't try something that they thought might have worked, especially when they go back and review the film.
Well, they got a 6-man front up there right now, so you usually don't see a 6-man front unless you're thinking of something.
The Lake Travis has everyone up near the midfield stripe. Now they'll back into kick return. They got 2 men back to return this kick. One of them is Carl Hudson, and he's going to be Card Hudson, one of the primary ball handlers for this football team.
Just don't kick it a 5.
And number 5 is Garrett Wilson. Wilson stands at his 5-yard line, and welcome to round 3. It's a high short kick by the Falcons, fielded to the 30, and down they go. A little miscommunication there, and falling to the ground is Nick Villarreal. Falcons take over. Defense on the field. Cavaliers have it for the first time.
That's the smartest kickoff that you can do. Coach Gomez was just talking about it. You sky kick that. You hope you get a fair catch or a miscommunication like that. You do not want to kick it back there and let those guys have a chance to return it on you.
Here come the Cavaliers offense onto the field for the first time today, and they'll be led by
quarterback. They're in an unbalanced formation. They got tackle over formation with the tight end and a trade formation to the left. You're probably going to see outside zone coming this way or wide release. There it is.
Matthew Baldwin wants to throw over the middle, and it's a completed pass. Midfield to the 40-yard line, 35-30. First play from scrimmage and inside the 20-yard line, and a big hitter. There was something right there. Easily spotted, Coach.
It's a formation that we stole from them. Tackle over basically keeps a tight end eligible, but same formation.
First down play.
You should see outside zone this way.
First play coming up, and they want to throw it again, and that's time they're going to look. Action. Now the quarterback's going to keep it. Running to the left-hand side, and he's going to get hit. Down he goes. Falcons covered that pretty well.
Yeah, pretty good. He had a wide open receiver out there like Coach Gomez. That's a classic RPO right there. They would look for the outside zone. They were looking to hit the same play again. He took it up to the outside. He had number 4 wide open over there, but he chose to run it.
Fans, I got 2 coaches in game day mode. They're spotting things as the play's happening or before the snap happened, and so you're getting a treat in this case.
Inside zone here
on this play. They're going to run the ball, quarterback keeper, and that's an open look. Gets inside the 5, taken down, and first and goal coming up for the Cavaliers. 11:07 to go in the first quarter, and they're moving the ball at will.
Yeah, Los Fresnos having a real hard time with that RPO. Right there, that was a classic inside zone. All he did was check out the defensive end, pulled the ball. Got him right inside 5.
Matthew Baldwin has him in a shotgun formation. Back in the backfield is Kyle Wakefield. Hasn't touched the ball as of yet. Long count, 18 on the play clock, and then they want to throw. And in the corner of the end zone, underthrown, incomplete. That almost looked like it was thrown away.
Yeah, no, I like to run that play down in the end zone. You fake the inside zone. You try to hit the slant, and that was dangerous. Los Fresnos could have definitely picked off that football right there.
Second and goal coming up for the Cavaliers. We're just underway here from Los Fresnos. 10:48 remaining in the first quarter of play. Cavaliers took the opening kickoff and have drove it right downfield. Man in motion goes right to left for the Cavaliers. And they want to throw the ball left-hand side and nothing doing. Nice job on defending the goal line, if you will, by the Falcons. Third down coming up.
Yeah, that's one thing about the Los Fresnos defense, their interior. They're a pretty salty group of guys, so we'll see. They're in a 10 personnel, 3-by-1 formation. They got one-on-one coverage out there on number 5.
Matthew Baldwin out of a shotgun, sends a man in motion, and they're going to run the quarterback keeper up the middle, steps in, touchdown.
Basically a power read quarterback keep.
The motion man was more or less deception. If something develops, then let the quarterback take it on his own. 10:15 to go.
Candy.
What's that?
Eye candy, baby. You get one of your best athletes, you put them in motion.
Use them as a decoy.
And use them as a decoy.
10:15 to go here in the first quarter of play, and Lake Travis scores the first points of this ball game. Less than 2 minutes to march it downfield and put it in the end zone. The extra point coming up. Their kicker.
This is definitely going to be a great, very important series for Los Fresnos to see if they can keep their confidence up, because they got to be able to respond right here.
Cavaliers score. We'll be back after this on Real Sports Live.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here, ready for the kickoff as the Cavaliers have struck first. 7 points on the board, less than 2 minutes into this ball game. And now the Falcons will touch it for the first time on the afternoon. Falcons in the maroon uniforms here on their home field. And no secret about it. I didn't ask it. I didn't have to ask it. We weren't expecting a shutout, kind of a football game here. Falcons knew they were going to have to score some points to get a win, and now they're going to touch the ball for the first time. The kickoff is into the wind, and it still sails into the end zone, and the Falcons will take over. Again, Coach, you know coming in you're going to have to score points, so that shouldn't faze you too much that you just gave up 7 points.
No, you gave up a big play. You know, you're talking to your defense down there right now. You're telling them, hey, we had some really good stops down inside the 10-yard line. Build off of that and stop them from sneaking that tight end and that RPO.
Falcons send their offense out for the first time on the day. And Coach Manny Gomez, you know a little bit about them. Their quarterback may not be at 100% as he starts this football game.
No, they're not. But I know that defensively for Lake Travis, I believe they only have 2 returners coming back. 99 for sure. 99 for sure from the last year's team.
Charles Chapa is the quarterback, and he stands in a shotgun formation on 1st and 10 for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Wants to throw, looks to run up the middle. He's going to be tackled and brought down after maybe a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a design quarterback draw that they have. It's been very effective in the Valley, but like you mentioned earlier, you know, the speed of these Lake Travis defensive linemen were able to react and make a play.
Second down coming up for the Los Fresnos Falcons, and they'll go with the no-huddle offense. It's not necessarily the fast-paced offense, but it is no-huddle. Twin receivers either side of the field, showing a blitz up the middle. Lake Travis makes some adjustments.
Running back counter.
That's a counter play, running to the left-hand side, and that goes nowhere. Open field tackle executed by Nathan Perotti.
It's just fitting, you know, just a great fit by the outside 8 technique.
Brings up 3rd down for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. And 3rd and long.
Little 3-by-1.
3 receivers over on the right side for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. 9:17 to go in the first quarter. Chapa takes a snap, drops back. Pressure coming from the outside, has time, rifles a pass over. It's going to be incomplete. Contact there, but no flag.
I thought he got there early. I'm an offensive coach. Coach Gomes going to say that's a great play.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, last night watching the San Benito game, it just felt like the officials were totally against the San Benito Greyhounds, man. But no, right there was a bang-bang play, Tino. You know, could have gone either way. But no, you're right.
That's a defensive-minded coach talking about that's okay if you get there right on the time. And the other one saying that was an offensive. No
blood, no foul.
9:09 to go here in this first quarter of play with the incompleted pass. The clock stops and punt time for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Back to return this kick is Nathan Perotti. And it's going to be a fake punt. Running play for the Falcons across the 30 and the 35. That's a first down as he just gets across the 35-yard line.
That's what we're talking. No risk, no reward. No risk, no reward right there.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they needed. Coach Gomez has said it's how they respond right now in this drive. And a punt right there was not looking good for the Falcons. What a gutsy call.
And just that play alone got this crowd involved. You know they're here. You just got to wait for the plays to start getting them involved. But they need to be like that on every play as far as I'm concerned.
That's the hard part, though. That's the hard part. But momentum is something that you got to establish. And I think Los Fresnos is starting to set the tone with that.
Chapa now takes a snap and keeps it himself. Running left-hand side, got a block, got near the 40-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain, and you'll take that.
That's positive all day. Positive play.
That's all you're looking for. Just keep moving the ball forward. Right now, it doesn't matter. Yardage doesn't matter. Just don't lose yards.
Lake Travis takes a timeout. As they do so, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this on Real Sports Live.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here after the Falcons have back-to-back successive plays. Head coach Lake Travis says we're going to talk it over. Was he talking more about the punt or that 5-yard gain, guys?
It was that 5-yard gain. Basically, their 8 technique was out of position. It was the same play, similar they were able to defend earlier, but he put himself out of position. So, you just got to coach them up, making sure they stay disciplined with their reads and their fits.
Coach Villarreal, you've now faked a punt. Do you dare try something over the top after the opposing team just calls a timeout?
Right now, you got to try to get a first down. Don't get greedy. That was a great call. Just try to get a first down. 2-3 yards a pop. Just don't get back in 3rd and long situations. Don't take a sack. Just quick game. Give a little run. Give something to put you in a good angle.
Chop in a shotgun formation on 2nd and 5 from his own 40-yard line. Man in motion left to right. They'll fake that handoff, look to pass out of the play. Running, there's Chapa, keeps it himself. They crush him, and down he goes after a 1-yard gain.
34 for Lake Travis.
Jacob McCullough?
Reed Bacon.
Reed Bacon delivered the hit on that one.
That was a big shot by 34.
3rd and 4 coming up for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. There is a wind blowing across this field.
For a possible freeze play here by the O.
Chapa takes a look. Twin receivers either side of the field.
Coming.
Wants to throw, looking, fires it over, and it's picked off. A diving interception, and Lake Travis takes over.
Telegraph, that's one thing that...
that's a risky play call there, Joe. I mean, you're playing guys that have a little bit more speed. Do a quick out like that. I like watching more in plays, slant plays. Get inside, get yourself good leverage to a football.
There you have it, some Latino secrets right there. So
Nathan Parati on the interception for the Cavaliers of Lake Travis. And now they bring the offense onto the field and start a drive in Los Fresnos territory.
You got 11 personnel coming out here, so you got 5 out there wide.
Coach Gomez expecting a gimmick play, perhaps. We talked about that off the air. Pass play, looking. Pressure comes. Delivering a quick pass out of bounds, stepping out at about the 42. Short gain that time. Nice coverage downfield.
That's good coverage, man. I mean, did you see that guy's helmet pop off?
There is some hard hitting going on.
Yeah, so one of the linebackers, I think his helmet popped off.
Was it 44?
2nd and 8. Quick pass over the left side. That's going to be caught, and that's short of first down yardage. Yeah. Quick hitter this time as they get the ball in the hands of Alec Fuentes. They're just looking right now to get athletes football in the right spots, not necessarily the big play.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a ball gone to Wilson yet, number 5 for Lake Travis yet.
3rd down play coming up for the Cavaliers.
It's a tackle over.
It's that same formation, but they have a 5-man box, so it's a read numbers game.
Running play and a first down and a little more inside the 30-yard line on the carry by Kyle Wakefield for Lake Travis. The Cavaliers scored after taking the opening kickoff, and now after an interception trying to capitalize on the turnover.
Yeah, it looks like Los Fresnos has gone into an odd front, a 5-man box, 3-4 look.
See, big 72, man. Chad Wolf just took down that defensive end, opened the hole last play.
Running play and a hard running that time. That shows some strength. Kyle Wakefield was, well, it appeared as if he was going to be lit up. Yeah. He got hit hard, but he took the defender on head on and walked out of bounds.
That was a good job by the secondary reacting to that. Same formation, 11 personnel.
2nd and 9, 2 receivers to the right side, man in motion, left to right.
Possible tight end.
Here comes a free play. Well, no flags. Pass play, looking for it all. That's going to be caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
Again, there's just certain things that you cannot coach. And right there, it's 5 has got some ability.
Garrett Wilson made sure he was inbounds. That was a pro catch. That wasn't just a high school or a college catch. That was 2 feet inbounds.
Yeah, that kid actually just got offered by University of Texas. Besides, Florida State's already offered him as well. So we'll see if he'll go to Florida State now that Jimbo Fisher has left to A&M. So
extra point coming up, and another drive lasts about 2 minutes for the Cavaliers, and that's been their first 2 touches of the ball. The extra point is up, it's high, and it's good. We'll be back after this. Cavaliers up 14-0, 6:52 left on Rio Sports Live.
Since 1974, El Pato has been serving Mexican food that's hot, fresh, and made to order. Patos are handmade tortillas filled any way you want. Start your day with patos filled with eggs, bacon, chorizo, you name it. For lunch or dinner, savor our famous guisado, beef or chicken, on a pato or on a plate. And El Pato also cooks up tasty Mexican plates from fajitas to meaty, cheesy enchiladas, all from scratch. So dine in or carry out at any El Pato valley-wide.
All these brothers are kind of giving him a hard time.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's Paint Department has everything you need for any budget. We carry professional-grade products from brands like PPG, Ralph Lauren, Czar Stains, all at great prices. With the newest technology on the market, you can see the latest color trends and visualize your next project. If you still need help, we can give you pointers and make suggestions based on what you need. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Back here at Los Fresnos, Cavaliers with the first 2 scores of this football game. 6:52 to go. Falcons now will try to get something going on this kick return if they get a chance. Now off the air, the Lake Travis student section was running the flags down the middle of the field. And it wasn't just the mascot flags. We'll get to that in a minute. Here's a kickoff. That's going to be a line driver this time, and that's also going to go into the end zone for the Falcons. They had 5 flags running through there. They weren't mascot flags, guys. Those were state championship flags, including last year's Class 6.
Making a statement right there.
Yeah, it's impressive. You know, Joe, right here, I think against teams like this that have some pretty strong weapons, I don't know, Coach Gomez, how you feel about it, but I like trying to return that. You know, special teams is definitely something that can give you that spark, as we saw that fake punt do.
Again, 2-by-2 formation.
Shotgun formation for Chiapas. Second time the Falcon offense has been on the field. Stands at his own 20-yard line. Handoff, running play, and that goes nowhere.
Goes nowhere.
Quick containment out there on the outside. That was Braden Roeder.
Yeah, right now, Coach Carter ain't doing very much on defense. He's just staying with the 5-man box, and anytime you can stop the one with the 5-man box, you're golden.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Clock running with 6:28 to go in the first quarter of play.
Again, 2-by-2, 5-man box. You got a 4-1 look.
Chopper looks to throw the ball over in the flats. It's caught across the 30-yard line to the 35, and that should be enough. Well, it's about a yard short of a first down.
It's a good play. They got to keep hitting them with just some quick game. It would be my thing to do right now. It seems running is a little tough.
See if they go with a read here. They'll run the ball, running hard out across the 35. Good enough to move the chains.
I think sometimes you have more success running towards their best guy, number 99. In my experience, I'd rather run at that guy than run away from that guy. Sometimes when you run away from these powerful guys, they're going to chase you down and create more problems than going right at them or reading them.
First down play, Falcons want to throw. Pass right side, it's caught. Defender fell down, out across the 40-yard line to the 46. That's another 5-yard gain.
Another positive play.
Absolutely. They're just pumping the flats. So they just keep putting the ball in the flats. Keep putting the ball in the flats. That's what they try to do with that outplay.
Well, defensively, Coach Gomez, they're giving them plenty of room to execute that play. Will you see adjustments made, and they'll start coming up on that? We'll get to that after this next snap. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Chapa on the read, hands it off. Running play left side, and that goes for about a yard. So what do you do when you start seeing a team that does those little short, quick passes to the receivers out there?
Well, it's I know Coach Carter. He's very intrinsic with meticulous, right, with what he does. But he has about 4 plans that he'll have for every game. Right now, he's just keeping it real simple. You don't see a whole bunch of heat coming off edges. But once he starts, or you might see one right here. But after a while, you start having success. You start to change it up.
3rd and 4 for the Falcons at their own 43-yard line.
Here comes some outside heat coming.
Pressure appearing to come from the left-hand side. They do come, and Chapa gets rid of the pass. It's incomplete.
The door was open, too. The window was open.
What a great, that's it.
That's a great play.
That's
a great play.
You want to be hitting all the time.
Yeah, the cover 3. They were in the cover 3 scheme. Little R post.
6 foot, 175-pound sophomore Valencia. Nicholas Valencia ran that route, and he had the ball hit his hands.
I smell fake.
Now 4th down, and
what do you think, man? Possible fake right here?
Will they fake it a second time?
Maybe. I would. I mean, at this point, like I said.
Well, Coach, your punter just happened to be the most prolific quarterback ever to come through your program.
Well, that's why we never got in punt formation. We just stayed in our offensive set and then punted from there.
4th down play. Falcons line up in punt formation. Snap back, and they'll get the kick away. Low end-over-end kick, takes a roll. It's going to be fielded, and here comes the return for the Cavaliers. Big groan by the Falcons sidelines, but nothing going on. Here comes the Cavalier offense back on the field.
That's great coverage by Los Fresnos there. Good coverage.
I think they, in no way did they want that ball returned at all.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But they definitely kept Lake Travis on their toes with that fake. You know, you didn't see a little whole bunch of heat like you saw earlier. Little empty formation by Lake Travis.
Empty backfield for Matthew Baldwin. Well, he's got some big shoes to fill this season coming in, and he's got his team to round 3. Has a 14-0 lead, wants to throw, has time, lofts it over the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. Reeling it in is Hudson Card. He got hit, but he caught the ball.
Right there. Everybody likes to run that same route out of the empty right there out of the trips.
It's one of those as a safety, your eyes light up about as big as you're ever going to get when you see a receiver there. Yeah. First down play for the Cavaliers. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. They've scored on their first 2 drives.
They got basically 20 personnel.
Empty backfield again. This time it's a direct snap and a running play, and that goes for
it was a Wildcat formation.
Nothing.
What it was. It was Wildcat. They put one back there.
Hudson Card eluded a couple of tacklers, but was never going forward.
Yeah, they put Mr. Hudson Card there at quarterback. Little Wildcat action there, Joe.
2nd down and 12 for the Cavaliers of Lake Travis. Little pressure for the Falcon defense. They show some coming from the left side. There's time. There's a pass over the middle, wide open, and this time it's going to be a running down the 30 inside the 25 and out of bounds. Alec Fuentes was wide open, had time to even turn around and look which direction he wanted to go after that catch.
That's a good little stick play right there. Yeah. You get that running back out there, you flare him out. We're talking about that eye candy.
Yeah.
You know, you got that pick right there with that linebacker.
I like that eye candy.
He's going to go out. Hey, you're going to throw that curl right there.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what happened.
Shotgun formation once again for Baldwin. Fuentes in motion. Handoff this time, and here comes Wakefield, and he runs down the sideline, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown for the Cavaliers.
Wow.
And Wakefield, just once he turned the corner, again, he didn't even have to turn on that extra gear. He just had to guide himself right into the end zone. 3 possessions, 3 scores, and none of them have took 2 minutes.
None.
For Lake Travis. Returning state champions in town to take on the Los Fresnos Falcons. And now the extra point coming up. We're still in the first quarter of play. Winner of this will take on San Antonio O'Connor. next week. O'Connor knocked out San Benito last night. The extra point is up and good. 3:24 to go. All Cavaliers already in the first quarter. We'll be back after this.
The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palmview location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're way in over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Back here at Los Fresnos High School on a Saturday afternoon. And Lake Travis, the returning champion from last year at the Class 6 level, on top 21-0. They'll kick off to the Falcons. And right now the storyline is the Lake Travis offense is doing just about whatever they want and making it look easy.
Yeah, they're not. It's not really complicated football. It's Los Fresnos just needs to get those butterflies out. I think if they could piece a couple of good things together.
Returnable kick for the Falcons out across the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons coming up, and their offense did gain a couple of first downs on that last drive.
Yeah, they're finding a lot of success in the flats right now and mixing that in. They got a couple of good runs in there. That third down run, pretty good right off tackle. And they're having more success going towards the right, to their right, you know, going right at number 99 than going to their left.
District 32 6A representative here for the Rio Grande Valley at the Class 6 level. And we'll talk about that district as this broadcast goes along. Motion for the Falcons on the read. Quarterback keeper Chapa tries to get away from one defender, does, but here comes two more.
Great play. I mean, little motion, power read. Again, away from 99. And guess who was right in the hole? 99.
2nd and 10 coming up for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Clock running with 2:55 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Falcons run the ball right up the middle, and that's a good gain.
That's a great gain right there. That's a great gain.
What you need to do.
Little G play.
Absolutely. You got to keep going right at them, you know, instead of trying to go away and around them.
And that's Albert Benuelos, who is listed at 5'4", 135 pounds. Coming right into some.
I believe it. That kid's got tremendous heart. I'll tell you what, number 6. I remember him playing against us. Tremendous player.
3rd down play. Benuelos lines up to the right side of Chapa for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. They want to throw. Look now, quarterback keeper. Chapa's got some room. Across the 35 to the 40-yard line. Spins forward to the 43-yard line.
Design quarterback draw right there by number 2. Great job by him. What's his name?
Chapa read that well.
Absolutely. They're finding, I mean, the coaches are making some great adjustments. They're finding what was working for them.
Empty set.
Look at what gaps are working for them. Those A gaps are working for them. The flat plays working for them.
Empty set, man in motion for the Falcons, and the pitch on the jet sweep. Running right-hand side across the 45-yard line to the 47. Another 4-yard gain, and again, that's what you build on, is those gains right there. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. This Lake Travis defense has stiffened up right about here on every drive thus far for the Falcons. Minute 35 to go for Chapa and company. Perhaps a free play here. There's a penalty. Chapa going to run with it. Takes it across, gained a couple. They'll get 5 out of this.
Yeah, 33.
That's the one you let him loose.
33 for them is a junior. You can tell he just got removed right now. By 13, the senior, I believe. 13 is Blake Dollar, the senior DT.
Well, that coach is letting his defensive lineman have it. I can hear him all the way up here, Joe.
I heard that. Yeah. Now it's 2nd and 1. You can open your playbook up here on a 2nd and 1.
Absolutely. Let's see what it goes.
Chapa on 2nd down. Benuelos, here he comes, running across the 45 into Cavalier territory, and Benuelos again.
Wow, smallest guy in the field, playing big.
You can take advantage of a small back at times, running underneath your blockers and the ball.
He basically hides back there. You can't see him, you know. But
defenders can't see him until he's already past you. Yeah. First down now for the Falcons.
Competitor.
Chapa.
Quarterback lead.
Runs right side, turns it upfield across the 40, beats a defender, slips a tackle, 40 or 35-yard line, and another 7-yard gain.
That's it. They're looking for it. They found it, Joe. Looking to go run right at 99. You got to run to the right. You know, you got to hit him right up the gut. And now, let's see if they start wanting to throw the football. I mean, I'd keep running the ball.
Well, the assignment is DeAndre Gonzalez. He's a 6'1", 300-pound junior wearing number 75 for the Falcons, and his assignment is to block 99. Running play, and big hit that time. Benuelos didn't hide that time. He got hit hard.
Yeah, you saw that little outside 8 technique coming off on the edge. You can tell Coach Carter's starting to get a little irritated, so you start seeing some heat now.
Caleb Winston delivered the blow on that hit. 3rd down coming up for the Falcons.
Little timeout.
And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Cavaliers scored. Falcons finding something on the drive. 2nd quarter coming up after this.
Se reveló el secreto. La taquería El Zarape fue nombrada la número 1 en el área. Descubra por qué El Zarape siempre es la solución fresca y sabrosa para todos los apetitos al mejor precio. Desde ricos tacos calientes y platos de desayuno tradicionales a abundantes opciones de almuerzo y cena. Favoritos como el Corn Taco Combo, fajitas, tortas, tostadas, papas al horno y más. O el popular paquete familiar, perfecto para familias grandes y reuniones. Corra la voz sobre las ofertas de comida demasiado buenas para perderse. En la taquería El Zarape en todo el valle.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part
My
of
name's
the
Isaac
most
Smith.
high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's Flooring Department has everything, with the largest in-stock selection in the Valley. You can find vinyl and ceramic tile, hardwood, carpet, and vinyl flooring all under one roof. Our flooring experts can help you figure out what works best for you and your budget.
Back here at Los Fresnos, and the 2nd quarter starts. The Falcons have the ball, down 21-0, and the first play on 3rd down, running play, and that's going to be enough for a first down as the chains will move on another run by Benuelos.
The crowd's starting to get into it, Joe. Here we go.
And again, your crowd needs to get educated as well. That 4-yard gains are okay. I had a coach one time tell me, Joe, if you guarantee me I'll get 3 yards every carry, I'm going to run the ball every time, every game. Pass play. Chapa, here comes pressure, steps up, makes a man miss. Now he's got some room inside the 20, takes on a tackler at the 20. How about the heart of Chapa?
Good job by that quarterback.
That'll be enough for another first down.
That's a great escape. That wasn't a draw. That was just him being an athlete. And did you see him fake 22 just right out of his shoes right there?
Falcons trying to build on the success of some first downs on this drive. Pass play. Little screen pass, incomplete. In that case, I think Chapa got rid of the ball a little too early. You got to let. I know you got big beef coming at you, but you got to let him clear that area for that screen to open up. 11:09 to go. Clock stops. Falcons with the ball at the Cavalier 20-yard line.
Heat. Here comes some heat. No heat.
Chapa, pass play, left-hand side. Receiver catches, stretches forward, down to about the 25-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain for the Falcons.
Yeah, positive play right there. Positive play.
Matthew Ramirez on the catch. 3rd down. Call it better than 5. It's more like 6 yards to go. Get the ball to the 10. You got a first down for Los Fresnos. Chapa changes the play. Now he looks to the sideline.
Well,
One defensive shift.
You see, they started playing 99. He was playing a 3. Now he's playing a 1. He's protecting that A gap that was weak.
Here comes Valencia, takes on a tackler. First down and goal coming up.
That's a great call. Keep going to what works. Run to the right, run right at him. He moved him into the A gap. They hit the B gap run. You can't get too fancy down here, Joe. They got to come up with a touchdown.
So adjustments are made, and this is why I brought two coaches. This is why I brought an offensive-minded coaches looking at what's going on here. First and goal for the Falcons.
Here comes some heat. Here comes some heat. Anytime those safeties outside the hash.
Chapa. Here comes the pressure. Gets rid of it. It's picked off in the end zone. And here comes the
Big
return.
mistake.
Kyle Eves brings it down the left sideline. 25-30. Turns it upfield at the 40. Up into there. And that.
Run the ball.
You know, it's one of those things. We just said, you know, you can't get too fancy. You can't go really well. Keep going to what brought you down there. But I'm not down there coaching. That is my humble opinion. But you know what? They found an offense that works. They found what they can keep doing. Now let's just see if the defense can get them a couple of stops.
Matthew Baldwin brings them out, and here comes a 3-receiver set on this first down play. Baldwin looking right, still looking. Now he plants, now he delivers, and it's going to be caught. That's going to be a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Ton of time for Baldwin to scan the field. Fuentes may have been his third or maybe fourth option on that play.
There goes that formation again. Tackle over.
2nd and 3 coming up for the Cavaliers.
Should be outside zone now.
Outside zone, looking for
Back
the tight
away.
end up the middle of the field.
Outside zone.
Yep.
Running play for the Cavaliers across the 40, still on his feet, inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. About 6 extra yards after the first tackler tried to make the stop.
Wow.
On the carry that time, Travis Ashley. 1st and 10 coming up.
Little light set.
We've got 2 backs now.
And the Cavalier offense continues to roll. Baldwin hands it off. Running play, again it's Ashley. Got to the 30. Thrown backwards there after a couple yard gain. 9 minutes to go in the half. Second and 6 coming up for the Cavaliers of Lake Travis. Joe Bowling with Manny Gomez and Tino Villarreal up here on top of the press box, bringing you this coverage. On 2nd down for the Cavaliers. Baldwin wants to throw, rifles it over the middle, caught at the 25-yard line. First down is Card Hudson reels it in. Now they'll start the clock back up. Dare I say, nothing fancy on this offense as of yet. Lake Travis just executing plays.
They're going off their base plays right here. They're just executing.
Absolutely.
You know?
1st and 10. Baldwin wants to throw. Got a man. Goes right back to Hudson. Makes a man miss. Steps out of bounds at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 7 more.
That's their future quarterback right there, number 1, sophomore.
He was covered well. He just covered well. Just didn't close down. The speed of the game is just a little different.
Baldwin is a senior. This is his one and only shot this season at the quarterback helm. He was behind some big shoulders the past few years. Running play, and here comes Ashley. Got a block, takes it down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for the Cavaliers, and in the span of 3 minutes, the complexion has changed. It was 1st and goal Falcons, and now it's 1st and goal Cavaliers. Baldwin looks to the sideline.
He'll tackle over formation again.
On this first down play, wants to throw on a play action. Plants, throws, touchdown. Second time he goes to Garrett Wilson, and Wilson made that look as easy as anything. Ran the route, catch the football, hand it to the official.
That's a actually beautifully designed play. I mean, they knew that they were going to get Wilson there one-on-one. There was no other way for that play to be defended right there in the red zone.
Extra point coming up, and by the way, that's a D1 player catching that ball and running that route. That doesn't hurt either.
Well, we talked about the matchups, Joe, right? It comes down to matchups. We felt it last week.
Extra point is up and good. Cavaliers have had it 4 times, and 4 times they put it in the end zone. 28-0. Back after this on Real Sports Live.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's Flooring Department has everything, with the largest in-stock selection in the Valley. You can find vinyl and ceramic tile, hardwood, carpet, and vinyl flooring all under one roof. Our flooring experts can help you figure out what works best for you and your budget. Walk out with your floor that same day or get it delivered anywhere in the Valley the next day. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Back here, and thank you again for joining us as we are broadcasting live on a Saturday. Beautiful day for football, a little overcast skies. I'm okay with the cloud covering the sunshine, even though we're under a tarp, which we were praying was going to be secured enough to stay up here on this press box. Coach Gomez was like, I'm okay in the open air. I'd rather not be having something over the top of me, but nonetheless, 28-0 Cavaliers kicking off, and right now their offense has done it all. And this kick is perhaps the best of the day. No chance for a return.
That kicker's going to Texas, by the way.
I was just about to say, he didn't put any effort into that kick. He's got the wind behind him, but that was what, a 50% swing? That's the kind of swing that
I saw him come out in pregame.
Yards out playing
yeah, I saw. I saw him in pregame. Looked like a linebacker. That kid.
Well, we saw them warming up, and one of the late Travis kids went down in an injury that happened in nothing more than a bunch of jumping around, getting amped up for the football game. And then we looked on the depth chart. The kid's like 5 deep on the depth chart, and yet if you walk next to him, you'd be like, I'd probably give you a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take him.
I'm on those Fresnos.
First down play for Chapa. And the Falcons running play, and it's Valencia. And this time he gains maybe 2. Banuelos on the carry. Gain 2, no more than that. 2nd and 8. Lake Travis defense bent about as far as you could bend on that last drive by the Los Fresnos Falcons, but then came up with a big play on an interception by Kyle Eves.
Again, Lake Travis is staying in their basic defense.
Chop out of a shotgun, low snap. Sets up a screen and nothing doing. Incomplete pass. Well covered that time by the defense of the Lake Travis Cavaliers. 3rd down coming up, and you know that offense over there is just wanting to get the ball back one more time. And try to put this thing away as early as possible.
Absolutely.
Is the Lake Travis.
That's what their mindset is, keep the kids healthy.
3rd down coming up for the Falcons.
Here comes some heat.
The heat's coming.
Got some
and I'll tell you
safeties
what,
outside
the middle of the field open. If they could sneak a receiver just right behind that linebacker right there, we don't want something that deep. Just get into the sticks.
On 3rd down, here come the Falcons, and they'll run the ball over the middle. They got a receiver down there, and it's going to be caught inside. No, incomplete.
Oh.
No.
Incomplete.
They give it to him. They're giving it to him.
No, they didn't.
They gave him the catch.
Here we go.
The official's going to give him a catch. That ball appeared to be, maybe the ground knocked it out. I don't know. In high school, you don't have to have control and make an NFL move. Now they're going to rule it incomplete. And now the official's going to talk it over. Again, in high school, you do not have to do what you have to do in the pros, and that is catch it, make a move.
And Coach Brown's making that case right now. Coach Brown's out there. He's letting that guy have it, telling him, hey, this isn't Sunday.
Absolutely.
You know, this is Friday.
No, in high school, you can catch a ball and then get thrown to the ground, and the ball can cause a.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
Wow.
Hey, no big deal. He came down with it. The back judge is the one who should make that call anyway. And I know that that's
I feel you, Coach Brown. I feel you.
4th down coming up for the Falcons, and now they'll bring the punting team in. Clock stops with 7:05 to go.
It's already hard as it is competing against Lake Travis. Now you got to compete against these officials.
Yeah,
that play was there.
That,
you saw that open up.
That was a great throw. Great catch.
Here's the catch.
It's
on the replay.
The back official was a lot closer than this cat over here.
Absolutely, and it's a vertical ball up the middle of the field. The back judge is the one that has to make that call. How could he get overruled by one of the linesmen?
Fourth down.
I guarantee you that back judge ain't gonna talk very much to this cat anymore. Yeah, he overturned him, made him look bad.
Punting time for the Falcons. They'll get the kick away. Low spiraling kick. Takes a roll inside the 40-yard line and no return.
Good coverage by Los Fresnos.
6:58 remaining here in the first half. Cavaliers offense back on the football field. District 32 6A, we talked about it earlier, Coach. I talked about it preseason. It was going to be a landmine to navigate through just because of the fact of some of the unknowns of new coaching staffs coming in at different places. But nonetheless, it's been an impressive run this year for the 32 6A.
Little apex alignment with 4 guys on the line of scrimmage to your right. I smell Gadget.
Man in motion. Here's the pitch. Running with the ball is going to be Zaceberger, and he goes down.
Outside zone jet action.
Wow, Christian Pena.
Pena makes the big play.
Got his hand casted up.
Number 17.
Shot right through the gap. Great defensive play on that. I mean, they were going back to the well, right? They're going outside zone, outside zone. That's just another fancier way. You put an extra blocker out there, shoot a guy in motion, and just toss him in the outside zone.
Second down and 14 for the Cavaliers.
The screen action.
To throw.
Saw it all day.
Right side, got a screen set up, and it's going to be completed. Nice tackle in the open field.
Little H-back action back into the get lost look.
Yeah, you know, and the lineman didn't get out there in time because I'll tell you what, that corner number 11 from Los Fresnos, Armando Quesada, that's a great open field tackle, man.
He's a junior, number 17, great player for Los Fresnos.
Third down play coming up for the Cavaliers. It's a rare third down for this offense. Baldwin slings it right side, dropped.
Here we go.
They are human, right? They are human.
Absolutely.
Well, they punt. They're punting. They're punting. They're punting.
Well, they're bringing the punt team in.
That's a stop. See, you're building off of this stuff. Coach Brown's out there trying to pump up his team. You just drove it all the way down inside the 5-yard line, Joe. You had a couple of stops now. You know, here we go.
And another thing I'll say about this Los Fresnos team, their quarterback is a senior, but after that, you're talking about a bunch of juniors and sophomores that are out here playing against the reigning state champion, getting some
look at
experience.
That punt.
Look at this punt. Spiraling inside the 10, fair catch, call for it, made it the 11. I think it was the intimidation factor, just how deep that punt was.
Is that the same? Is that the same guy who does the
punter kicker?
My God, that was a beautiful.
I tell you what, I love kickers, man. I tell you what, it's all about tilted in the field. You always want to have a good kicker or a good punter that can punt it. Make the offense have to struggle to get us some touchdowns.
That was a thing of beauty.
Absolutely.
Spiraled out.
5:43 remaining here in the half. Los Fresnos will get their hands on the football. Looking ahead, the Falcons will get it to start the second half. But right now, they're trying to build off the first stop of the game for their defense. The offense has had some little success moving the ball, but nothing in the end zone. Chapa on first down. Wants to throw. Now he's going to run up the middle. Eludes a tackler. A couple more come to help out. Gain of about 3.
Chapa a little shaken up down there. Getting up. Shaking off his head.
Yeah, he took a good little shot there. I thought he wasn't going to get up.
Second down play coming up.
Little 3-by-1 action by Los Fresnos.
Running play, and here comes Benuelos, and he's got nowhere to go. That
Seems
time,
to be a little confusion there between the offensive linemen there in the inside zone.
2 guys in there, Caleb Winson and Reed Bacon.
33 is in now. 99 is out. So you got some fresh legs in there, and that's a big boy right there.
He's a junior.
33 and 13 also. Those 2 guys in there. 99 took a little break, so they got a little fresh legs in there.
33 is Caleb Winson. Third down play coming up for the Falcons of Los Fresnos.
No. Little halfback draw.
Goes nowhere. Got a maybe a half a yard.
They went for about 60 against us when we played that little weak side draw right there.
Cavaliers defense. Quick 3 and out. And now that punt comes even more into play. Field position. Punter for the Falcons is going to have to kick this into the wind. Clock running with 4 minutes left here in the first half of play.
That's what I was talking about right now. It's difficult to tilt the field when you don't have a really good punter, because Lake Travis probably going to get the ball at the middle of the field. So
J.J. Sanchez back to punt this ball away. He's
another
going to fake it again. Running over a tackler, but that's not even close. Fake punt from inside your 10 where the punter took the snap.
Not a very smart call, but, you know, sometimes, again, you got to take some chances.
Coach Brown gave it a shot there. 3:43 to go, and here comes the Lake Travis offense onto the field. And I can't get over this enough. There is a huge crowd here on hand for Los Fresnos. Anything positive were to happen, this place would make some noise in a hurry. First down play, and here comes Matthew Baldwin. Baldwin wants to throw. Looking. In the end zone, another touchdown. Penalty flag.
Wow.
He caught that?
You talk about great coverage.
Did he?
Yeah,
did
he caught that. He caught that.
Oh, my goodness.
There is a penalty, but that's going to be waved off, I believe. That's pass interference on the defense. That's the third touchdown reception of the game for Garrett Wilson.
I thought that was great coverage. See, now you're getting me, offensive guy, to tell you, I thought that was great coverage. I thought that was great coverage, man. I would have told you, hey, that's a push-off from Taylor, man.
I tell you what,
where's he going? 5?
He's got offers from Florida State, and he just got an offer either yesterday or the day before to Texas.
Extra point for the Cavaliers.
It's
that's
tough to give up a big play like that right before half, too, you know, but.
Kickoff coming up after this. All Cavaliers here in the first half.
Mott's Lumberyard is one of the largest in the valley. If you need it, we have it. Everything from lumber, insulation, roofing, plywood, and sheetrock. After 45 years of business, we've basically came up with our own lumber philosophy that allows us to offer the best option to customers on any job. We know the area, we know the lumber, and most importantly, we know you. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
One of the sponsors for today's game is Hernandez Driving School. We do appreciate them being part of this broadcast here today. They jumped on last week and helped us in a big way as far as being one of the sponsors for tonight's game. Located in Farr and Hidalgo.
All right, Falcon fans.
Back here at Los Fresnos. Falcons will have to return the kick. But right now, ball blows off the tee.
Everybody's ready except for the football.
And they'll just have to hold this for the kicker. In this case, Cameron Dicker could probably pick the ball up and free kick it.
Oh, yeah.
As well as up the tee.
He could punt it out of here.
He could drop kick it if he wanted to.
Look at that.
This one's going
It's the high time too, boy. You know,
Into
the
the
time
end
in the air. Jesus.
Oh, look at that kick, man.
Now, you were saying you got to talk to the coaches. They got to stay on South Padre Island. I know the players and coaches got to stay on the island. The cheerleaders and the band stayed in Harlingen.
Really?
So they get to swap stories about where they got to stay.
Well, it is a football game, so we got to take care of the football players. You know, it's all good. No, I'm sure it was a great experience for these kids because several kids haven't been down. Several coaches haven't been here down this far south, so I'm sure there's been some players probably get a chance to see South Texas.
3:36 remaining here in the first half. Falcons with the football. Nothing on the scoreboard yet on the Los Fresnos side.
Pass.
Chapa, pass completed at the 30-yard line. That's good enough for a 5-yard gain.
A positive yard.
Yeah.
Robert Ramirez, that's a senior.
We call that 91.
Mark him down just inside the 30.
There you go.
Now outside
Big 99
the 30.
back in the game.
Yeah, 99's back in.
We really didn't even talk on that in the pregame about the depth for a Lake Travis team.
Little card action. Again,
This time he runs into his own man.
Well, they ran it at 99. Here's the difference, though, Coach. He's fresh.
Yeah, he's
right?
fresh.
He just took a series off. You know, right now, he's going to get after it.
I believe that the linebacker, number 30 for Lake Travis, Mauricio Trevino, was from a Brownsville school from last year. He transferred over to Lake Travis, and he's starting for him at linebacker. Last year, they had a kid that transferred over from Sherryland, started for them at linebacker as well.
I met him last week after the Vela game. Pass play, and Chapa lofts this one downfield. That's going to be incomplete. Terrific coverage downfield. That ball was into the wind, but Copeland Gothard really made the play.
That's a tough ball to throw right now. You're against the wind.
Sophomore.
Yeah, man. Hey, you're against the wind. You're throwing Valencia, your receiver, a jump ball, and he positioned himself perfectly to give himself leverage, and that means putting himself between the defender and the ball, and he just couldn't come down with it.
Got a chance to look at that game between them and Judson last week, Lake Travis and Judson. Amazing. It was an amazing game. They had the onside a couple of times. Lake Travis come back and beat those guys.
Yeah, I saw Judson had the lead, and it looked like it was like, well, they were talking about it after this punt. This one's going to be
good punt.
Nice roll for the Falcons, but it's going to be returned. Now watch the return here. Still giving up ground. Now can he get to the outside corner? Gives up more ground.
Yes.
And that will drive you crazy as a coach.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to get an earful from Mr. Carter. He knows it already. Look at him.
But let's go back to that. You win the state championship. You graduate tons of players that go on and are playing Division I. This was supposed to be the, quote, rebuilding year for Lake Travis. And you know you've got young kids coming up. But these kids aren't going to be satisfied until someone legitimately puts them off the field. And although Judson went in the favorite last week, Coach, again, the better team or the favorite team doesn't always win a game.
You could tell right now you already got some of their second group guys in there getting some reps because they got one at quarterback.
And he'll run the ball, and he's got some room out across the 15-yard line.
Out.
That's Card Hudson. Card Hudson gets check that. That's Hudson Card. Just a sophomore, but this is the future quarterback right here.
Yes. Looks like a new crop of receivers are
Wilson
out there.
ain't out there anymore. You got us, the second group guys out there.
Minute 42 to go. I was given 2 rosters for Lake Travis before this ball game. I was given a varsity roster, which is what we're calling from. Card gets hit as he delivers that pass. Good pursuit defensively by the Falcons.
Well, you do have some kids in black helmets. So they're probably their JV kids that they're probably hoping to get in, a couple of reps here and there. So you see a kid with a black helmet on, I'm sure it's going to be a soft varsity kid.
That's something, I mean, look, my program is small. I was just talking to Coach Gomez, programs, 6A programs, 5A programs with, hundreds of kids in their programs. Yeah, you're right. They graduate a lot of people, Joe, but this is what makes a program right here is all these backups get so much playing time because you get the starters out, and so they're not starters, returning starters, but they probably played a good amount of games if you add up all the quarters that they played last year on that state championship team.
Back-to-back running plays. Well, another thing you factor in is that who are they practicing against every day? I mean, the twos on this football team are practicing arguably better football players on some Friday nights than what the ones are going to see.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily in that district.
No, but absolutely. Last year, watching them in practice, you know, they would do a lot of one-on-one stuff, O-line, D-line stuff. This is week 15. Week 15, man. They're doing a lot of one-on-one stuff.
Catch that time by Cameron Mickle, senior wideout. And you just watch the football plays that are happening. In that case, receiver understanding where he's out on the field, making sure his feet's in, making the catch. First down play again.
Called execution.
Card.
They're giving one plenty of
looks. Now he goes down the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on that play. Wide receiver took a hit that time. In this case, that's junior Cortland Venencio.
You know, early on, going back to your initial question, I was talking to Coach Ochoa, which is their D-line coach for Lake Travis. Said that we moved a lot of kids around early on. So we moved some kids from the offense to the defense and the defense to the offense. Going back to your initial question, because again, I believe they only have 2 returners on defense. So there was a lot of shuffling around. What I like to say, calibration.
Second down play for Card. He wants it all again. Goes right down the same sideline. That's incomplete.
Cameron Mickle.
That's a senior wideout.
Big 3rd and 10.
I know that when you're doing that, when you're shuffling guys in and out, it drives opposing coaches nuts. When you get film and you're like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And then all of a sudden they line up. It's like, well, where did this guy come from?
Yeah.
And so it does play to an advantage to certain coaches when you're, quote, shuffling guys around.
Absolutely.
Trying to figure out who the playing guys are. Pass play again for Card. That's dropped, incomplete.
Because I know they only had 2 offensive linemen coming back, and one of them was 63 Herrera, which is the O-line coach's son. But they had a whole new offensive line come in.
Grayson Sandlin, that time sophomore wideout, just couldn't make that catch. We got 31 seconds left here in the first half of play, which has been all Lake Travis. Trying to punch their ticket into round 4. And they'll get a shot at San Antonio O'Connor. Punt is away, spiraling kick. This one not as impressive as the first, but it takes a great roll inside the 15-yard line down to the 10.
That's what you call tilting the field right there, Tino.
Again.
I'm highly impressed with this young man. His kickoffs, his punts. Like you said, just one guy can really just take over
major effect.
A third of football for you, which is the special teams, the kicking
That's
part
a
of the game.
53-yard punt right there. That's what they mark that as, a 53-yard punt.
And sure, great bounce, and I mean, a great roll, but it's punting it correctly that puts the nose down to give you that. If not, it goes the other way.
Offense for the Falcons. Back on the football field. 18 seconds left.
The prevent action.
Lake Travis offense was stopped just twice here in this first half of play.
Quarterback draw.
Keeper by Chapa.
There's 99.
Drug forward, and again, 99 makes the big play. That's Cade Langston.
K. Lang.
And that's going to take us to the halftime break. Lake Travis, the Cavaliers, traveled to the Rio Grande Valley. And in Los Fresnos, they head to the locker room on top, 35-0. We'll be back after this. at Bicycle World. Join us Saturday, December 9th at 7:15 at our Harlingen and McAllen stores. 10, 20, and 30-mile routes. Entry donation, $20 gift card from Walmart or Target. All donations will go to Blue Sunday for foster kids registered at any Bicycle World RGV. Food and refreshments after the ride will be provided. The Brighter Christmas for Foster Kids campaign includes foster teen gift cards, foster family Christmas parties, and an Adopt a Kinship Care family project. For many foster children, these events are the only time they will see their siblings during the holidays. Join us Saturday at Bicycle World. The Greyhound football game today is sponsored by La Especial Bakery, baking your favorite pastry fresh daily in San Benito for 77 years. La Especial has counters and cabinets full of delicious pastries, including conchas, torritos, clarinetes, donuts, and satisfy your sweet taste as La Especial Bakery on Robertson Street in San Benito. Come get it as La Especial Bakery. You'll enjoy every bite. One of the sponsors that helped us out for our broadcast for all this high school playoff football comes out of the Edinburgh area, 449th District Judge Renee Rodriguez Bentoncourt. Always supporting her SaberCat players and the best of luck in their games. Regardless of the outcome of any game, they're already recognized as winners. Again, one of the sponsors just helping us bring broadcasting to another level here in the Rio Grande Valley. That's 449th District Judge Renee Rodriguez Bentoncourt.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Another sponsor for today's game, how about First Community Bank? As your community bank with 9 Valley locations, plus while others have branches, they have roots. First Community Bank is a proud sponsor for the broadcast, and congratulations to players, families, coaches, fans, and teachers that make athletic academic success possible. Experience banking on a first-name basis. That's at your First Community Bank. Okay. I can do it while that's on, okay? Also, another sponsor for today's game is Blanquita's Mexican Restaurant. As you see the performance being done at halftime, 24 minutes left here before they start the second half. Blanquita's Mexican Restaurant, 190 North Williams Road. That's in San Benito. Enjoy their tacos, got all this private banquet room and up to 50 people. Blanquita's. That's a San Benito tradition. Another sponsor for today's game, my friends, is for all of the games that we brought on board. Some of these sponsors jumped in and helped us out. San Benito Chamber of Commerce, a group of hometown businesses that are providing essential community products and services daily. Support of San Benito Chamber of Commerce. We're at halftime. It's 23 minutes left before the two teams resume play. Cavaliers of Lake Travis jumped out on top, scored on the game's first possession. In less than 2 minutes, they were on the board and just tallied points at will, if you will. They lead 35-0. Los Fresnos had it a 1st and goal at one point in time, but that's as far as their offense could get the ball downfield against this Cavalier team. Now, Cavalier band will make their way out onto the field. We're at halftime, 35-0 your score.
The Cavalier Band is directed by Richard Hicks, Taylor Trevino, Lance Brightwell, Jordan Reddick, and Whitney Stone. The Cavalier Band would like to thank the Los Fresnos Band and the entire Los Fresnos community for the gracious hospitality on our visit. You are truly friends, and we have valued our time together. This afternoon, the Cavalier Band will be performing 2 crowd favorites, Shake It Off by Taylor Swift and Shout It Out under the drum line.
present the 2017 edition of the Mighty Falcon Band. The band is under the field leadership of drum majors Ike Zaragoza, Ben Garcia, and Cheyenne McCord. Today the band will perform a standstill to some of our favorites, Seven Nation Army and the A Song. Falcon Band for Los Fresnos High School Fight Song. Directors for the band are Andy Saloy, Ana Gonzalez, Jorge Rangel, Janelle Mejia, Patrick Anderson, and David Leclerc. We would like to thank our principal of Los Fresnos High School and Los Fresnos Guys, Mr. Justin Stumble and Mrs. Jennifer Stumble, and Los Fresnos Consolidated.
Both bands have already performed here. We're at halftime. We got about 8 minutes and 21 seconds left before we resume play. And again, a big crowd on hand to be entertained by the bands from either team. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half. Right now, the Cavaliers, the reigning state champions, are up 35-0. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palmview location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're way in over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Since 1974, El Pato has been serving Mexican food that's hot, fresh, and made to order. Patos are handmade tortillas filled any way you want. Start your day with patos filled with eggs, bacon, chorizo, you name it. For lunch or dinner, savor our famous guisado, beef or chicken, on a pato or on a plate. And El Pato also cooks up tasty Mexican plates from fajitas to meaty, cheesy enchiladas, all from scratch. So dine in or carry out at any El Pato valley-wide.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's paint department has everything you need for any budget. We carry professional grade products from brands like PPG, Ralph Lauren, Czar Stains, all at great prices. With the newest technology on the market, you can see the latest color trends and visualize your next project. If you still need help, we can give you pointers and make suggestions based on what you need. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Se reveló el secreto. La taquería El Zarape fue nombrada la número 1 en el área. Descubra por qué El Zarape siempre es la solución fresca y sabrosa para todos los apetitos al mejor precio. Desde ricos tacos calientes y platos de desayuno tradicionales a abundantes opciones de almuerzo y cena. Favoritos como el Corn Taco Combo, fajitas, tortas, tostadas, papas al horno y más. O el popular paquete familiar, perfecto para familias grandes y reuniones. Corra la voz sobre las ofertas de comida demasiado buenas para perderse. En la taquería El Zarape en todo el valle.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's Flooring Department has everything, with the largest in-stock selection in the Valley. You can find vinyl and ceramic tile, hardwood, carpet, and vinyl flooring all under one roof. Our flooring experts can help you figure out what works best for you and your budget. Walk out with your floor that same day or get it delivered anywhere in the valley the next day. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Mott's Lumberyard is one of the largest in the valley. If you need it, we have it. Everything from lumber, insulation, roofing, plywood, and sheetrock. After 45 years of business, we've basically came up with our own lumber philosophy that allows us to offer the best option to customers on any job. We know the area, we know the lumber, and most importantly, we know you. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Back here at halftime, Lake Travis made their way out onto the football field, already having a knee, and they'll walk over to the sideline. Meanwhile, the Los Fresnos Falcons arguably will run out of this tunnel for a final time. Now, at halftime, your Coach Brown, what kind of words do you have for your kids now, 35-0 down? What do you say, Coach?
Well, I would say we got to start. We got to start what we fit. I mean, we got to finish what we started. You know, that's the whole thing. You still got a lot of fans up in the stands. But more importantly, we got to fight for one another, man. You know, to not let each other down. That's one of the things that it would be in my halftime speech.
How about you, Coach?
Well, I'm really big at telling my team that it's about the process and not the result. You know, it's about the process of the game. It's about the process of the play.
What you're seeing now are highlights from the Los Fresnos Falcon football team for the year. So it is about the process as you watch some of the big plays that happen and some of these players that put on a uniform. Arguably, you go through the high school years, that's 4 years, but in most cases, it's plenty of years before that. You put in the work to get to that process of getting there.
Going back to the process thing is just that the fact that, hey, we're here to build this program, and Coach Brown has done a great job, and you're going to continue fighting for each play. You're going to dig for each play, trust the process, and finish out this game as best as you can. And anything can happen in football, even if you're down 35-0.
35-0. I know anything can happen in football. I watched it. I watched a Rio Hondo team come back from the grave this year. We won't talk about it anymore. But I have seen some crazy things happen.
It's still too soon, Joe. It's still too soon for that.
Yeah, that's why you got two halves. You know, you got two halves.
Cavaliers will kick this ball off. Okay, for those of you just joining us, thanks for joining us on any stream in which we're bringing the game. Kicker Cameron Dicker, well, you'll be seeing him play on Saturday if you watch any football at all at the college level.
I'll guarantee it'll be about 6 yards in the end zone.
Sails this one into and out of the end zone.
Exactly 6 yards.
I gotta go buy a lotto ticket.
Yeah.
Come on, Falcons.
Falcons will take over 1st and 10 as we start this second half of play. Falcons arguably were held in check with the exception of one legitimate drive, which they took the ball in and had a 1st and goal.
Number 2 quarterback, Charles Chapa.
Charles Chapa, a senior, 5'10", 170-pounder. Back in the backfield, Albert Bumuez is a junior.
Even front defense.
Chapa with a hitch and go, but now he's going to have to keep it. Now he just throws it away.
No.
Defender over there that time, Copeland Gothard.
Yeah, they're moving those guys around, you know, but Los Fresnos comes back out, and you know, these halftime adjustments are crucial. You have to really take a look at what they were doing. And the first half, they were killing them with that the number one receiver, the one closest to the sideline, running a 5-yard curl. And so they did a little pump and go, and it wasn't there.
They're giving about 8 yards to those receivers. Now in a jet sweep, they'll run it left-hand side, and the pursuit is there, and down he goes.
Yeah, we've seen success with Los Fresnos running right at Lake Travis. Obviously, they're trying to run perimeter plays, and again, the speed of the
and that's
Kyle Eves. Defense.
Kyle Eves coming over to make that tackle. Now he's lined up as a corner on the right side, and he read that play and came in and made that tackle.
This is a tough call right here for you, Tino Hunt. Third and 16.
No, it's an easy call against these guys. That run a draw.
Run a draw. There you go. There you have it.
Chapa on the handoff, and here comes Benuelos. Takes it out across the 30-yard line to about the 31. There's
that's
your draw.
The play they've been having success on. It's what I call a G play. They pull the backside guard into.
Put him in here. I mean,
10-yard
fake punt. I mean, I don't know. Is it too early to start?
It goes
going
back to what did that saying say?
4 down football and just.
But it goes back to that kind of saying: "You fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you." Something like that. I don't know if they'll be willing to do it so early in the second half.
4th down play for the Falcons. They did fake 1 punt in the first half. They'll kick this one away. End over end, returnable kick. Fielded at the 30. Up across the 35-yard line and running. 40-yard line, 45 and more. Midfield stripe, 1 man to beat. 45-40, down to the 35, the 30. On his way, it's going to be Nathan Parati, and he takes it to the house. Penalty back at the 40-yard line. We'll sort that out.
It looked like a possible face mask.
I think it was a block on the back.
I think it may have been a face mask, because that's the only thing that really slowed him down around that 40-yard line. Now the official's trying to bring everybody back.
Coach Gomez is right, because if he's still holding on to that flag, they bring it back.
Doing the return, holding, number 2.
Oh, it is a hold.
10 yards from the spot of foul. First down.
So wave off the punt return for a touchdown with 10:15 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
They only got 9 guys out there. 10 guys.
Here comes number 11. Big number 95 makes his way out.
11 personnel.
Number 11 now.
Number 11? Yes.
Another quarterback in the ball game.
Well, 12.
That's Zane Berger. He's a junior.
On the sideline. I can see him. Probably just give him some reps. Little outside zone coming this way.
Running play across the left side, across the 30, about the 34-yard line. Actually, the senior tailback on that run.
Tempo action by Lake Travis.
Zane Berger's the quarterback. Check that. That's 10 at the quarterback.
2-by-2 formation.
There's a senior quarterback in the ball game right now.
Little motion.
2nd down play for the Cavaliers.
Inside zone.
Running play off a right tackle. Driving hard is Ashley. Ashley may have enough for a 1st down on 2nd effort. 3rd down coming up. They'll mark him. There's 1st down. They'll move the chains. Just in case you were wondering, my friends, yes, the wind is blowing extremely hard up here on top of the press box and on that field. Sunshine taking over. It was a mostly cloudy day. The sun has won the battle as far as that goes. Pass play on the play action. The lefty fires it. It's going to be dropped incomplete. Cameron Mickle was the intended receiver. So this is the 3rd quarterback we've seen on the day for Lake Travis.
Still looks like their starting line, though.
Absolutely. It's still a starting line. I think they're giving him an opportunity. He's a senior.
Yeah. Get him in there. Get him some reps.
2nd down play. Wants to throw. Rolls out. Looking. Gets rid of it. Wide open man drops the ball. In and out of the hands of Reed Donegan, the tight end, a junior.
He was running before he caught the ball, boy.
It's those jitters, you know. You don't really get in the game that much.
Yeah, that's
You're
right.
so excited to be in there. You want to start running before you catch that football.
Absolutely.
It happens.
Big
3rd
3rd and 10.
down
Come
and
on,
10.
defense. Here comes 34 No, he's not coming. They're running
Setting
a
up a
screen to both
screenplay,
sides.
and that's blown up.
Big play by 3-4.
Wow.
Huge hit delivered that time. Johnny Cadeno, a junior, 150-pounder.
He brought the wood
the whole way.
He brought the wood that time.
In that case, he brought all 150 pounds that he had to that table. He'll now go back to return the punt.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to run slip screens to both sides.
Nathan Parati, though, has put on a display
Fresnos.
of punting as well, though.
Is
See
that a
how
new
far
punter?
he sails this.
This is a new punter.
Yep.
New punter also.
Takes a bounce, they'll let it roll. Out at the 30, and that's where the Falcons will take over with 8:58 left here in this third quarter of play. Coach Brown's second year under his direction for this Falcon team, and second year in which they go to round 3.
No, he definitely, he's definitely been there in San Antonio, so he understands. He's a great person too, man. He's been around Coach Brown. Great person, great character.
First down play for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Ball
Starting
out
to see a
across.
whole bunch of new numbers out there. Lake Travis's defense, little running back counter right here.
Benueas runs it to the outside, wrapped up. Nice tackle, but that's a 4-yard gain. Clock running with 8:45 to go. With this big lead, you would expect this game is going to fly by here in the second half.
Well, you got 11 new numbers out there on defense for Lake Travis.
Oh yeah, but
Except
those defenders-
33.
Hey, those defenders, they're not the starters.
Screen.
But they do not want them to score.
Absolutely.
Chapa runs the ball, and he's brought down at the 35.
Seems we've got some action, some little extracurricular
Extracurricular.
activities over there with some linemen.
Well, one thing about it, when you're in this type of situation, you're a coach, you're looking at two things. You're looking to get some seniors some playing time, check that off the mark. But other than that, guys on the football field that are coming back, they need to understand that they're on film. And coaches are making decisions on where am I going to potentially put you next year, because that spot that you want, here's where you earn it. Pass play for the Falcons, that's incomplete.
That's a miscommunication.
Yeah,
See them
absolutely.
talking to each other. Just a miscommunication. And this is where, like I said before, is this 4-down territory? I mean, at what point do you just start going for it on 4th down? I don't know.
They bring the offense off the field.
I think it's got to be more of a reasonable amount of yardage right now. It's
Yeah.
4th and 7, 4th and 6, minus 35.
Yeah, you're right.
J.J. Sanchez will punt this away. Nobody back to
Unless
return
you're
this
Coach
kick.
Gilpin. Yeah,
No.
Coach Gilpin, he faked it on us. He was on the minus 4-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
But you gotta love Coach Gilpin.
He wanted to be up here today.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have some fun.
He wanted to be up here. He told me, he said, I'd do it, but I can't commit because I haven't checked with my wife. And in this case, Joe, I got to check with her.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to pull it off. We were going to have one more headset, and then I would have sat in a chair and just pointed at what was happening and let you guys go.
Yeah, Saturdays are accounted for usually in coaches' calendars once football season's over with. But we didn't have much going on. But
Well, I appreciate you two guys joining me. This is Manny Gomez to my left side, immediate left is Tino Villarreal.
I think we won't see Garrett Wilson anymore. Little inside zone.
Ashley on the carry, takes it out across the 30-yard line. The points were scored early, and they were scored by the Lake Travis offense that was in sync. And it was just execution of plays designed. It was nothing wrinkled. There was no extra plays thrown into the playbook. It was execution, and they put the 35 points on it with rather ease. Ashley running play to the right side. Penalty comes on this one.
Well, I think they had a guy that didn't run out on time, so they got 12 men on the field. That's what it's going to be.
It was thrown right in front of Coach Brown and the coaching staff. Now the sun is taking over, soaking the fans out here on this afternoon game. They'll march the 5 yards off against the Los Fresnos Falcons. Stops the clock momentarily. 7:07 to go here in the third quarter. High school basketball coming up on Rio Sports Live. We've got double dip action of basketball tournaments coming your way. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we've got confirmation from La Feria and from Hidalgo. And so watch as we'll present, I counted it up, probably about 30 games from each. Several games coming up. Pass play over on the right-hand side for the Lake Travis Cavaliers. Gains about 4. Enough for a first down. Tino here telling me there's already soccer games set. We've got the internet secured, so we'll have some soccer coming your way soon.
We start earlier than UIL, so we're already in the soccer season at St. Joe.
Up the middle, that one goes to the midfield stripe. Quarterback that time, keeping it was Russell Tham. 2nd and 1 coming up. Big hit delivered.
34 making some plays.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to say that quarterback is Jacob Garcia in the game, or Connor Hess. Connor Hess, a junior. Again, they got that sub-varsity roster out there.
Okay. Now, can I see Russell Tham?
Or is it Russell Tham?
I think the JV kids are in the black helmets. A little power back to the weak side.
Running play, and this is Ashley. Runs through a couple tacklers, and he gains 9 more. Travis Ashley getting the load right now, the workload here on this drive for the Lake Travis Cavaliers, who simply just want to get through this now and get prepared for O'Connor next week.
Definitely. They want to, for sure, keep their starters off the field and keep them healthy. Because, again, I think these are all new numbers on offense right here for the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
Empty backfield for the Cavaliers. Let the play clock go down inside of 9 seconds before the next snap. Looking, now running across the 35-yard line to the 34. That's enough for a first down.
First down
for the Cavaliers. The big crowd that showed up here to watch this game for the Falcons hasn't moved. Nobody's left, despite the fact their team's down 35-0, and this place was, the home side was sold out in a hurry. They all showed up and they all stuck around.
Troops tight.
First down play, swing pass, right side, receiver screen, out across the 30-yard line, 25, down the sideline, 20, 15, 10, 5, see you later, touchdown. Receiver screen, he used the blocking, waited for it to develop, and then turned on the Jets down the sideline for the easy touchdown.
Just a body on the body right there.
Cavaliers add on to the lead. Sometimes that's one of the hardest things to teach a young player, is that when you catch that ball, you can wait for those blocks to go ahead and execute and then turn on the Jets.
Hit the nitrous button.
Yep, little bubble screen, nothing fancy, just blocked well.
Extra point is good. Cavaliers up again, 42. We'll be back after this on Real Sports.
At Bicycle World, join us Saturday, December 9th at 7:15 at our Harlingen and McAllen stores. 10, 20, and 30-mile routes. Entry donation, $20 gift card from Walmart or Target. All donations will go to Blue Sunday for foster kids registered at any Bicycle World RGV. Food and refreshments after the ride will be provided. The Brighter Christmas for Foster Kids campaign includes foster teen gift cards, foster family Christmas parties, and an adopted kinship care family project. For many foster children, these events are the only time they will see their siblings during the holidays. Join us Saturday at Bicycle World.
Here was Mingo's senior year.
think it was 09.
Fans, First Community Bank is your community bank with 9 Valley locations. Plus, while others have branches or roots, First Community Bank is proud sponsor for the broadcast. Congratulations to players, families, coaches, fans, teachers that make athletic academic success possible. Experience banking on a first-name basis at your First Community Bank. 4:40 remaining here in this third quarter play. Lake Travis.
The Greyhound football game today is sponsored by La Especial Bakery, baking your favorite pastry fresh daily in San Benito for 77 years. La Especial has counters and cabinets full of delicious pastries, including conchas, torritos, clarinetes, donuts, and satisfy your sweet taste as La Especial Bakery on Robertson Street in San Benito. Come get it as La Especial Bakery. You'll enjoy every bite.
Back here after the kickoff, and as expected, that one goes in and out of the end zone. 4:40 remaining. I was asking Coach Gomez what player graduated, because it takes me back to the first year I covered high school football in the Rio Grande Valley. And I'd come from Missouri, and I'd been accustomed to covering teams that made it to state championship games and basketball and football. And so when I first started Listen Live, I was in the sports department with Eladio Jaimez and with Armando Garza and Dave Pavia. And I was like, man, I said, we're round 3. We got 6 teams still alive in the Rio Grande Valley. You know, I'm already making plans for next week. And they're like, whoa. You haven't covered us down here. Wait just a little bit before you start making serious plans. And I was like, no, we'll have a couple of teams alive. We had 4 of them playing in the dome up there in what I now call the graveyard. That's a nice catch by the Falcons.
Georgia Auburn. Oh, yeah. That's going to be a great game.
Big catch there by Elian Gonzalez. But what I'm getting at is that, you know, I got educated real quick that a win in round 3 is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
For teams coming out of the Rio Grande Valley. I say it each year, we're closer to being there competitive each and every game. There's a running play for the Falcons. That's got some room. Outside the 30, down the sideline, and that's a big gain for Albert Benuelos.
Hey, big props to DeAndre Gonzalez, number 75. Got to throw love out there to those offensive linemen that got out there. I think it was 75 or 76. May have been Raul Barrera, but they got out there as a lead blocker, and he went out and cut that defender. Yeah, I love seeing big guys get out there and lead block.
That gave Benuelos enough room to make that run. Here he comes again, right side. This is Chapa. Takes it out across the 20. Albert Benuelos, Jr. We're going to see him again next year in a Falcon uniform. At number 75, you're talking about DeAndre Gonzalez, 6'1", 300-pound junior. We'll see him come back. This, again, Coach Brown knew it coming in. He had not much returning from last year's team. He knew he was going to be a young squad. He's got a couple of seniors, but for the most part, already circled them as well. They're going to be pretty salty next year in play. Chapa falls down on this one.
He tripped himself. Yeah. That was about to be a good escape from him.
In that case, the receivers took everyone far enough downfield on that sideline.
He was going to go out there. He faked himself out.
That was one of the few times that Coach Carter brought some blitzes there. We got 3rd and 10.
On this 3rd down play, up the middle, Benuelos. He gets thrown forward at about the 22-yard line. Brings up 4th down.
Territory right here.
Gain of 4 yards brings up to 4th and 6.
For the Falcons of Los Fresnos.
Do a 3-by-1 action. Jaws on 10.
3 receivers out to the left side for Chapa on this 4th down play. Low snap, gets it, looks to throw, has time over the middle. Contact, incomplete pass, and here come the penalty flags.
That looked like it was an uncatchable ball, but, you know, hey.
That's a defender on trying to talk. Tino Villarreal up here in a boot, my friends. Made it all the way up to the press box. Just about went backwards on us right there.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to make it down. See, the up is easy. It's the way down that's going to be tricky.
Come on, Falcons.
I didn't pick the venue, okay? And when we first talked about broadcasting here, Ronnie Zamora was scared that this place was going to be wall-to-wall people around the track and standing room only. So he wasn't sure where to put me. So that's why we picked this little spot up here. There's a running play that goes nowhere for the Falcons. And these are some defenders right here that do not want to give up 7 points. Even though it's 42-0, this 7 points is a big deal.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is their time to shine. This is their time to show the coach that they can play, and they're trying to get a starting spot on this team as well next year.
Chapa set to go on 2nd down and 14. Drops back to throw it. Now going to run up the middle. Gets hit hard inside the 20-yard line. Back to the 18. 3rd and goal coming up.
Looks like Coach Carter also is quick coaching over there. Looks like he's just standing and turning it over to Coach Ludicky over there. Come on, Falcons. 3rd and 13.
3rd down play for the Falcons. Chapa wants to throw. Here comes pressure. Gets rid of it and incomplete.
He had the right read. You know, you had the blitz. The heat's coming. You know, you got to throw it quickly in your safety valve right there is that running back, and he didn't turn his head quite fast enough. They want to get some points on the board, Joe.
Falcons bring the field goal unit in. They're just trying to put
got to
3 points through.
On the board. Give the fans somebody to cheer about too, bud.
Absolutely. Hey, victory of not letting them leave with a goose egg.
Absolutely.
Adrian Torres, junior kicker, lines this one up for a 30-yard field goal. This is into the wind. Good placement. Kick is away. Will it make it?
Pulled it left.
No. No good. It's a tough
Just
kick
like
in the
my
wind.
golf swing. Pulled it to the left.
Yeah, little hook.
I haven't picked him up. I had the 2 knee surgeries. They told me to wait a good 6 months. That was April, so I'm about ready. But mine will look like that too. I mean,
yeah, I had to take the cobwebs off my irons, boy. My golf set's been sitting in the garage for a good 4 months. So,
well, all I know is a year ago, or 2 years ago, before this surgery, I wouldn't have been able to stand for an entire football game. So now I thank Dr. Basket every day of my life, and I thank Dan Gomez, believe it or not, for me having the surgeries. Now I'll tell you why after this snap. Minute 34 left here in the 3rd quarter. Cavaliers looking to throw. Incomplete pass. It was a year ago, playoff time, right about now, that San Benito won a game at Westaco. And I was doing my live shot on television, and I still needed to get out and get the coach. And so they're already at the midfield stripe at Westaco, and I'm on 2 bad knees then, bad knees. And I'm coming across at the 5, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And they're all like waving at me, come on, Joe, come on, Joe. And so I get there, and then I do the interview with the coach. And then afterwards I'm told, you know, Dan Gomez was like, hey, let's make Joe run. Let's make him run. And Armando Garza, who was with me last night, said, oh, he's going to complain about his knees. And I was like, all right, that's it. We're drawing the line. If that's the mantra about what's going on with me, then we're gonna change that right now. So now I'm up and down bleachers. I'm standing on top of a press box. So
good for you.
And we'll put that golf club back in action here soon. Minute 6 to go here in this ball game for the Cavaliers. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. Cavaliers up 42-0. New players in the ball game for the Cavaliers offense, and that goes nowhere on 3rd down.
4th down.
Realignment, we talked a little bit about that during halftime. Coach Manny Gomez, this happens this year, but I don't think at the Class 6 level in the Rio Grande Valley, we're going to see much change at all on that.
No, not at all. You know, just heard a few things, but you know, you can never understand why UIL does what they do, but you know, it's totally out of our control. So, I don't even worry about it. Whatever happens, happens.
At least it's a good meeting. You guys all get together and start rattling schedules together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Falcons take over at their own 41-yard line after the punt exchange. That was a short punt. But again, we're looking at 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string players now in the ball game for the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
You gotta a black helmet out there at the right corner, so it's a JV kid. I believe it's Trevor Kahn.
Lines up on that right side. Falcons, meanwhile, on 1st and 10. And they'll run the ball to the right side. Benuelos makes a nice move, gets to the outside.
Wow.
Takes it across the 45 to the 47.
That's going to do it, Joe, for the quarter.
That'll take us to the 4th. Lake Travis scores the only points in the 3rd. They've scored the only points in the game. We'll be back for the 4th quarter after this.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
We're back here after the timeout. 42-0 is the score as we start the 4th quarter of play. Get to Coach Tino Villarreal because in his case there are some changes because of realignment at the TAPS level. Running play for Benuelos. He stopped short of 1st down yardage. Coach, expand.
Well, we had been playing with the line. 406 is the number in private school. So private schools are small. Anything above 406 puts you in this Division I class. Now, we had been there, and to give you an example, we're playing Central Catholic. They have 850. That's their student population, but that's all boys.
Pass or running play for the Falcons. Here comes Chapa to the left-hand side. He's got a 1st down, thrown down. Chapa gets up quickly. So double your size, all boys.
Well, 850 all boys. Antonian 970 student body, male, female. When we go into the playoffs and we're playing teams like Bishop Lynch, they've got 1,500 population, and we were right at the edge. So next year we're going to be dropping down to class Division II, which is from 301 to 405.
Puts you in more competitive as far as numbers go.
Well, as far as numbers go, we're going to finally play schools our size. You know, and so our district expands a little bit. We're going to be playing San Antonio Holy Cross, San Antonio Cornerstone, San Antonio Christian, San Antonio Texas Military Institute. We've got Corpus Christi, John Paul, and St. Joe. So we're going to be in a bigger district now with schools our size.
All your size. So that's a major change for your schedule next year. In the non-district, we'll talk about that after this next play. Falcons on 2nd and 10. 11 minutes left here in this ball game. Chapa swings a pass to the right side, threw it too low, incomplete. Non-district, barring something crazy happening, realignment at other schools.
Well, we're trying to keep the same opponents that we've had. We've had great games with Rio Hondo, Port Isabel, Raymondville, Lyford, and Hidalgo. You know, those are some solid schools that we've been playing, and you know, they have maybe sometimes even twice the population we do, but they're phenomenal teams that get us ready for district.
Running play for the Falcons, Benuelos. Crosshair. You're looking at the defense right now, Manny Gomez. What do you see out there as this team is, Lake Travis has got some young kids shuffling in?
I'm looking at 23 for them. He's a good-looking corner. He's a freshman.
He's got great technique, man. His back pedal is.
He's got some good technique.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him. He's a freshman.
How tall is he?
They don't have their size.
They don't have their size.
He
looks like a good.
Chapa pressured, spins away from a man, tries to get to the outside, picked up a block, leans forward. That's 1st down yardage for Chapa.
26 on that, Joe. Robert Ramirez, senior. That's a great block that he gave right now.
Breaking news. Scott Frost just became the Nebraska head coach, football coach.
Who's that?
Scott Frost.
He was the quarterback for Nebraska way back when.
I remember. Running play, and here comes Benuelos. Tackle out of bounds. There's a penalty coming up.
Yeah, they're gonna flag him for tackling him outside, out of bounds.
Little shout out to Brendan Hymas, who's a left tackle for Nebraska. You're getting a new coach, buddy.
Well, he gets a winner. As far as a winning quarterback, growing up in Missouri, I didn't much care for Nebraska, but I sure as heck respected him. Same thing with Oklahoma.
When I was going up for those years when Chip Kelly was the head coach of Oregon, Scott Frost was their receivers coach. Ended up becoming their offensive coordinator, then now head coach. Now he's at Nebraska, but Scott Frost is a great guy, a lot of knowledge, a lot of passion for the game. When he coached those receivers, Tony Dungy's son was out there, and he would get them going. Here we go.
How about Chapa in the end zone for the Falcons? Use the blocking, turn the corner on the left side, and Los Fresnos is on the board with 9:54 to go here in the ballgame.
And the fans stuck around for that, baby, to make sure that their team got in the end zone.
Well, that's
the
one thing.
confetti's flying. Bleachers are still packed. They wanted to make sure that their boys went out there.
Fans here, those Fresnos are sticking around.
And absolutely, they want to see their boys play their hearts out until the last second ticks off that clock.
Extra point coming up.
Now the question is, do you onside it?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a guy that I would have started that show right there in the second quarter.
There you have it. For anybody who plays Tino, dude.
Well,
no secrets delving out here, my friends.
No, I agree. Definitely, you got right here opportunity. It's just showing that you're still fighting.
Get your best. Find a way to get your best onside play you got, and the best kick you've got, and have at it.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palm Beach location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right material for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're waiting over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Back here, we get ready for the kickoff after the Fresnos Falcons put it in. We're talking about how far we have to walk to get to our cars, and Coach Villarreal trumps us on that one. He got the prime spot.
Oh, I got a boot.
The walking boot to do it. That'll get you there.
I think he did it on purpose. He's faking it so you don't have to park so far.
Kickoff by the Falcons.
Little sky kick.
Short kick to the sidelines, fielded at the 20 and out of bounds. That's where the Cavaliers will take over. They scored 35 points in the first half and in essence put this one away. Have been substituting freely here in the second half. And are on a collision course with an undefeated football team in San Antonio O'Connor. Got to see him firsthand. And I talked to San Benito fans before I went up there. And they're like, San Antonio O'Connor. It's not Reagan. It's not Madison. It's only O'Connor. Only O'Connor has run the table this year. And anytime you say you're undefeated coming out of that area at 12-0, you're a serious football team. Lake Travis will know that next week.
Absolutely. From what I saw, it's a very well coached, very physical team, O'Connor.
Well, San Benito played turnover-free football. A couple of penalties here and there, but still we're playing uphill the entire time. And they had some playmakers this year. No secret about that.
That kick return that they had, O'Connor did it. It kind of hurt that momentum that they had.
Never overcame that. Never overcame that. Second down play coming up for Lake Travis and the Cavaliers. They'll pass it to the left-hand side. It's caught. the sideline, breaking tackles, making moves out across the 35-yard line.
Zane Berger. Senior
That's the
receiver.
same. That's the same kid that scored that receiver bubble screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Pretty shifty.
Yeah. Their whole offensive line now has changed. Yeah, is new.
1st and 10 play for the Cavaliers, and now quarterback keeper. Running play across the 45, the 48, 49-yard line. Seems like on offense we're seeing a lot of seniors on the team right now on the field.
Yeah,
for Lake
that
Travis.
right tackle looks like a tight end, but he's playing tackle. He's a senior.
8:24 and counting here in the 4th quarter of play. And that running play goes nowhere. 3rd down coming up.
And Mr. Sean Nixon, running back for Lake Travis.
So we're 8 minutes away from saying the 2017 high school football season is over in the Rio Grande Valley. What's next on the horizon? What's the next date circle for you guys when you start looking at football players again? Spring ball? Is there spring ball this year for you? Is that
right
the
now
picture?
the answer is yes.
Yeah,
But
we'll have spring ball as well.
So what's the date? I know you know it.
You know, I can't. I don't know the exact date, but we start always the first Monday. The last Monday of the month of April.
April.
That's when we start.
Good stop that time for the Falcons defense.
That was a great stop.
Number 34 again.
Yeah.
For the Falcons.
That 34.
Yeah, well, 34 has been making some plays
He's
for them
been
all
making some
afternoon.
serious plays. Johnny
Cadengo. That's a junior.
Junior.
With the bright yellow shoes, like that.
Yeah.
Low snap. Punt is into the wind. Takes a Lake Travis roll inside the 20-yard line. All the way down to the 16. 6:53 left here in this game. Travis up. Los Fresnos sends their offense back on the field. Scored last time they were on a drive.
Joe, what's going to be the next thing you're going to be televising live?
Thursday we'll be at the La Feria tournament and Hidalgo tournament basketball.
Nice.
And we'll have 7 games from each tournament on Thursday.
So how many games total will you have covered here soon, basketball, with all those tournaments?
Between now and January 1st, it's going to be over 100 sporting events.
Oh my goodness.
Live video for the fans here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Isn't that just awesome, Joe?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing that.
When I said I was doing something different, I really meant it. I mean, nothing like this. Nothing like this has ever been done. I mean, and arguably let them try to copy it if they want, but I mean, it's.
Well, people can try to
You're
copy
the pioneer, Joe. You're the pioneer.
But that's the thing. You're the pioneer, and if we've know anything in our profession, it's not who you know, it's who knows you.
It's who knows you, or what they know about you.
And what they know about you. There you go. But it's all sports. That's the main
That's
thing.
great
I'm just
stuff.
making sure it's all
Absolutely.
sports.
Main thing is being able to expose these kids, and which is all about, definitely. I know Tino and myself, we be advocates for Valley football, for Valley athletes, Valley programs, and definitely excited about this afternoon, even though it didn't come out or it's not going in our direction. But the fans are here for Los Fresnos. The community is showing some great support, which is what it's all about.
And they're sticking around. That's what I like about watching these guys, is that they're here. Some of them aren't even from Los Fresnos. They're sticking around. They're here to watch and enjoy the last couple of minutes of Valley football.
It's another tradition as well, though, that I saw it play out last night. The San Benito faithful stuck around. Vela stuck around. Because after the game, these fans will all go down and they'll wait for the players to walk by. And they're not about to let these players walk by with no one there. That's one of the traditions that is just amazing as far as I'm concerned. Harlingen has it. You have it. Your fans come down. Your players take the time to come around and actually thank each other. Thanks for being the athlete. Thanks for being the fan.
Absolutely.
Pass play for Chapa to the right side. There's a penalty on this play. out across the 33-yard line with 5:54 left.
Did I see a flag?
There was a flag.
Yeah, there was a flag.
Got some laundry on the field.
The line judge over here has a terrific arm. When he throws a flag, it goes about 20 yards straight in the air. There's no doubt about it. It's raining flags.
I think he was trying to hit the back judge for that call earlier. He overturned on him.
Figured if I throw it upright with the wind, it's going to catch him, and I can just say, hey, it wasn't my fault. Wind did it.
These aren't Valley officials.
No,
this is a different chapter, right?
Yeah, it's UIL. They usually agree on a chapter either out of Houston, out of Austin, San Antonio.
That takes over in round 3 or in round 2?
Yes, because within the Valley, the last thing that you want to do is go outside the Valley. You know, as far as myself, I believe in Valley officials, absolutely. But once you start getting into this third round, whether it's San Antonio or Austin schools, you obviously can't go with Valley officials or same town, same community officials.
Running play for the Falcons,
so
and that goes.
And there's not too many Valley officials crews that have the ability to have a 7-man crew, and that's why when I looked down there and I saw 7 when we started the game, I go, okay, this is definitely not a Valley chapter.
Yeah, I know that at Harlingen, you know, here comes a weak side linebacker blitz.
There's some pressure, and that ends up in a sack. Chapa thrown to the ground.
Down. Hard, struggling to get up right there.
That was Nick Villarreal who came in untouched on that.
That was a delayed blitz, and then you can see Chapa's shoulder is kind of bothering him, and that's his throwing shoulder. He's kind of moving it around, looking at the sideline. But he's one tough kid. Look at him.
He was tough coming out. He was not 100%. We knew that coming in.
Yeah.
I believe he had an issue with his knee, but you know he's a competitor.
4 minutes left in his season and his career as a Falcon. Gets this pass away, deep ball, and it's going to be incomplete.
Had a chance.
Had a man down there as Robert Ramirez had a chance to go after that ball.
Yeah, he did. That's not a bad pass after getting your shoulder dinged up right there and having to move it around. And he gave him a shot.
Stops the 12, Tino.
What do I do?
What do you do?
Right now I'd punt it.
Yeah, I'd be telling you if I was your defensive coordinator, I'd be telling you punt it, coach.
Of course.
I don't want them to score.
No, we don't need it. We don't need them to get up there. No, we punt now.
4:33 remaining here in this ball game. Two head coaches talking over into game strategies.
They had 10 guys out there. We're able to get it off.
They'll down that ball at the 35-yard line of Lake Travis. This will wrap up coverage on Rio Sports as far as football goes.
Well, Joe, just want to say I'm extremely ecstatic about what you're doing, man, for the Valley. Okay, definitely bring some exposure, some live feed for, I'm sure there's a lot of American soldiers out there probably listening to this feed from Iraq or Afghanistan, they're from the Los Fresnos area. So appreciate y'all's service. If you guys are out there listening to this feed, appreciate what you guys are doing for our country. Much love.
Yes, sir. It's about that as well, showcasing the athletes and then bringing it out there to the fans that normally would not get it. I think here's a running play for the Cavaliers, and that goes nowhere. You know, another thing that's got a lot of momentum rolling forward, it's the other sports that are anxious. And when I started talking, we're gonna put cameras in motion to cover track meets and the swim meets and wrestling. I got a wrestling tournament lined up before the end of the year. It's these athletes who, even as a writer, I was a sports writer too, they don't get much ink, and they certainly don't get much airtime on television, and so to showcase them in that way, it might just get a kid a scholarship.
Absolutely.
It just might do it. So
absolutely, that's the most important part of this, Joe, is that what you're doing and your vision for it. I know the road hasn't been easy, but you haven't given up, and you've got everyone's support.
Well, in my opinion, anything that's successful wasn't easy, and so
absolutely.
That's. I know you guys haven't. I don't. Most people that are successful don't look for things that are easy. They would rather go for a challenge.
That's like a blessing. People don't get blessed in the easy time. They get blessed in the hard time. So, you're taking a challenge, and believe me, we're here backing you up at 1,000%.
3:13 remaining here in this ball game. We want to thank the Los Fresnos School District once again for assisting us with the placement here and the assisting on the camera work down low.
Got a freshman on the right tackle for Lake Travis wearing a black helmet.
Here we go, black helmet.
Another black helmet, easy to spot. Pass play, left side. Covered quickly by the Falcons. And
good sized kid, 64 for them.
That'll be another 3 and out.
Nick Meyer, I believe.
Sophomore. A big kid.
Well, Tina, what you asking Santa Claus for Christmas?
To take the boot off.
Come on, 2-6.
On the return for the Falcons out across the 35-yard line.
If Santa Claus in his workshop over there with all his people and all the workers can make another Kai money, you know, that would be an awesome Christmas gift.
Come on, man, you gotta make them out of mud, buddy. You gotta it's called the off season. Now they do help, man. It's like I said, anybody can build a house with a hammer, right? But when you get a nail gun, you know, it can be a lot more efficient.
True.
Every once in a while, we're all blessed to have just
a couple nail guns.
A couple of nail guns, and I'll tell you what, I had a chance to have a nail gun for 44 games, 4 years as a starter. So,
now, I definitely understand.
Yeah, you've had them. I mean,
yes.
I drove up to go watch you guys over in Kingsville when you had this. Yeah,
the Madison game.
A lot of those nail guns out there.
Sledgehammers.
Yeah, sledgehammers, the whole bit.
Ooh, we got
2 minutes, 13 seconds left here in this game. Falcons with the football. New quarterback in the ball game now is Chris Caravillo. He's a senior.
Got a new offensive lineman at right tackle, 78 also. I mean, right guard for Los Fresnos.
6 yards, 2nd and 4. Quarterbacking for the Falcons now, number 16.
Most of these are seniors that are on the football field right now for Los Fresnos.
Oh yeah, they're playing. They're getting their seniors a chance to play.
Absolutely.
Minute 47 to go. Straight drop back.
Nice.
Pass down the sideline, incomplete.
What a good ball.
Robert Ramirez was there. That was a well-delivered pass.
Absolutely. It's a few plays for these kids, but it's going to have a lifetime of memories for these guys.
What some fans don't understand is that in some cases this is it. This is the final time they'll compete.
Absolutely.
At football or in any sport, and it's their final chance.
With pads on, absolutely. Next best thing is something.
It's not an easy feeling. I remember the last time I ever played, and it was after losing to North Alabama College. I knew I was never going to play the game again. It was difficult taking those shoulder pads off. I could just imagine. What's going through these kids' minds.
Well, you have people right now. You've got guys hugging each other.
Yeah, high-fiving each other.
High-fiving each other down on the sideline. They're hugging each other. They're congratulating each other, and it's just always tough, especially when, like you said, you have those seniors, and they're the leaders, and they're the guys in that locker room, and to say goodbye to them is always real tough.
Minute 6 to go here. Well, I'll tell you right now, Los Fresnos was not on the radar for many a sports writer to get through District 32-6A this year and to make it to round 3. I mean, it's a credit to everything that happened here. They pulled it together.
It also goes to show how much those sports writers know or don't know.
I wasn't in that bunch this year. I was on the sidelines letting them all talk. I never get too much into that prediction thing. I was asked after your game against Mission Veterans, Coach Gomez, what's Harlingen? What's up with Harlingen this year? And I was like, all right, let's assess what you're looking at. Anytime you're asking me what a football team looks like after they turned it over as many times as they did, I'm just going to tell you, I don't know. Yeah. And that's just how you do it. With high school players, I dare say it's a crapshoot to try to guess and predict who's going to be a great football team based on the number of new players that rotate into and out of systems. Now, if you got 6 or 7 guys coming back on 1 year, I'll tell you, okay, you got a shot.
You got a chance.
We got
those kids on the sideline there. They know it's
kids edifying one another.
Close, and those final seconds are ticking off, and you start seeing all those emotions down on the sideline right now. And I feel for the Falcons, but congratulations to the Los Fresnos Falcons on a just phenomenal season and making it all the way out here to the 3rd round and being the last team standing in the Rio Grande Valley. Coach Brown's done a great job, and his coaching staff and all the players and fans that stuck around here for a long time. They're still here. They're still on their feet supporting their team. Los Fresnos is a great community, and congratulations to them.
Meanwhile, Lake Travis, reigning state champions. Oh, you lost everybody, but how about them? They're waltzing into round 4, and dare I say they're getting better because they didn't have to do anything fancy here to win this football game, Coach Gomez. And I think an O'Connor team will look at this team as a very serious threat next week when they hit the football field.
Absolutely. Anytime everybody was thinking and saying that Judson was going to be the state champion, and anytime you were able to compete against Judson and what they did, they had to get a couple of onside kicks, but they got it done. And in San Antonio, the nemesis of San Antonio is Converse Judson or Cibolo Steel. Well, these guys happen to beat Judson. And now, so there's got to be a little bit of doubt in O'Connor, but at the same time, y'all saw O'Connor, you saw O'Connor, I saw a little bit of O'Connor. They play extremely physical. So again, in situations like this, it's going to be basically who makes the least amount of mistakes and can be able to withstand the punishment being set from start to finish. But it should be a great game.
Should be. Well, guys, thanks again for joining me. Coach Manny Gomez, our Harlingen Cardinals, Coach Tino Villarreal, St. Joe Academy Bloodhounds. They did all the talking. I just kind of got in their way in most cases. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. 42-7 your final score. Lake Travis moving on into round 4. Los Fresnos Falcons season comes to an end, and thus for the Rio Grande Valley high school football 2017 is history. From Los Fresnos, thanks everyone for watching it. Keep watching what's happening at RioSportsLive.com. We make the transition into basketball. That's boys and girls. Wrestling coming up. Soccer coming up. Softball, baseball, track, swimming. Doesn't matter. If it's a sport, I'm going to be there. And there's the key word, if it's a sport. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Until next time, so long.